bat.
The bat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense, I guess.
Expensive.
So it's kind of like a delicacy. You get less meat, but you're paying for more premium meat.
Correct. Yeah. It's considered like what premium, the bat.
And even a rat, like 3 rats is 100,000.
Yeah.
So you could get.
Yeah, what the fuck? A duck, an entire duck's $4.50. 3 rats is $6.
You could get more than a duck for the price.
Oh my God, they're alive right now.
Of 3 rats.
Like 1.5 ducks.
1.5 ducks.
I'm gonna scan this video. I hope they don't kill the duck on the video. I don't think they would show that.
What would you prefer to eat, guys? 1 duck or 3 rats? Those
A duck.
are your options. Hello. Oh my God, they have rats. Wow. Oh, they love it. And these guys, where did they come from?
That's from Klabat, northern part. It's about like 2 hours from here.
And so they just bought this in to sell it today?
Ini beli sendiri atau misalnya? Oh yeah, they hunt them and some is they hunt them, some they get it from whoever in the village they sell.
Got it.
These are not city rats that you might be picturing scurrying around the sewers. These are white-tailed forest rats, one of the many semi-arboreal rat species that are native here to Sulawesi. I didn't really know what that meant either. It's kind of like they spend a lot of their time at night in the trees, and then they burrow back down into the dirt during the day. And they are hunted all over Sulawesi. Here,
Yo, he's got thermal vision. This motherfucker's a sniper in the woods right now. Oh my God.
here they are a delicacy. They're not cheap at all in this part of the world. They sell for
Dude, they're fucking expensive as shit.
100,000 rupiah for 3. You can pick up just about any other meat here for less than that. Chicken, duck, pork, you name it. But come Christmas, Easter, the demand for rat just surges.
And it's like almost a special occasion dish.
Correct, yeah.
But it's also like everyday fare.
You can be an everyday fair, whenever because it's like one of the only places in North Sulawesi that has selling all these kind of things.
But no turkeys.
No what?
Turkey?
We don't even know what turkeys is.
For farmers,
Yo, low-key, for fucking Thanksgiving, I feel like I would try rat one time instead of a fuck-ass turkey. Just a whole fucking turkey, dude. Just fucking dripping. Dripping, sitting there. It's fucking dry as shit, even if it's fucking wet. Dude, even if it looks wet, you fucking bite into it and makes that while you're chewing it. It's disgusting. I hate eating turkey.
they're also thieves. These things raid the crops. They get into the cacao, the coconuts.
Oh, so it's good they're killing them too.
So hunting them becomes this kind of strange overlap. It's part pest control, it's protein, and it's a cash source wrapped all in one. And apparently they are hunted in every way you can imagine. Shotguns, air rifles, snares, dogs. It is just all fair game.
Shotgun? I feel like you're fucking blowing that thing into red mist if you shoot a fucking rat with a 12 gauge. Are you hitting it with bird shot so it just peppers him?
And so, inevitably, I find myself adding this to the list immediately. It's time for another rat hunt.
Trying to click. Alright guys, we're about to head deep into the Sulawesi jungles. Tonight's prey, or target prey at least, is rats. Just like the ones we saw at the market, the whitetail, apparently they taste pretty damn good. We've eaten the bats already, we've eaten the pythons already. Rat was the final kind of piece of this like Sulawesi mad market combination. So, rat hunting, Sulawesi style.
I feel like out of those three, I'd most want to try snake. Like, I would try a python.
I see some air guns.
A tree with some fruit.
Dude, I'd just be so I mean, I got bit by a tick in the woods and got a fucking rare meat disease. I feel like if I'm in the jungle in Indonesia, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, some shit's gonna fucking bite me and I'm gonna swallow up like a fucking melon and die. Something's gonna fucking latch onto my neck and bite me and I'm gonna get some sort of disease that's gonna fucking kill me. Like, that would worry me. That I wouldn't even be worried about. Like, being with these guys, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna die to like a fucking animal, but I'd be like, dude, some bug's gonna fucking bite me and that's gonna be hell.
Stop.
Mosquitoes? Well, I know when you go to certain countries with like diseases that they have elsewhere that are transmitted by bugs, you have to get vaccinated before you go.
We start just trying to call in the rat.
Alright guys, we are weaving our way through some much thicker scrub right now, heading up this hill. is kind of like...
What the fuck was that noise? He's perfected the rat call.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it thick jungle, but it's thicker. We don't need machetes or anything like that. There's definitely an old trail here, but it hasn't been used in a long, long time. That's for damn sure. Hopefully there's some rats to make this worth it.
Must be like a horror game for rats. I think life is a horror game for any animal that isn't a human. And even some humans. If you're an animal that is not predatory, you're a prey animal, your life is a horror game. You will never die of old age. You will always die a gruesome death. Like, genuinely think about it. Maybe a few would have like a heart attack or some shit and die. But like mostly all animals that are prey just at some point either get eaten and die, or they survive long enough to where they start getting really old, can't function anymore, get eaten and die. Oh, he's about to clip his ass. I didn't know they climb up trees. I feel like I shouldn't show him shooting it.
I do not think these are the same kind of species.
Yo, that thing starts twitching on me. I'm going, oh! All the guys would make fun of me around there. I know it, dude. If it started having death throes.
And certainly they're not eating city rats or anything like that. It behaves.
Like it started fucking clawing at me.
It's almost like a possum or something. It is way up there in the trees. We're only scouting the rooftops. So I don't think this is the kind of thing that you're used to seeing in, I don't know.
Oh, no, I would assume they would have lived on the ground. They're all in the fucking tree branches.
Average household. It is one big, gnarly looking thing though. And took a few shots to get it down, but there she is. Look at that. It's like white-tailed, crazy looking creature.
Possum. I would rather eat rat. I would rather eat rat and snake, maybe bat over possum. I think out of any animal, possums would taste probably bottom 5. They are like sewer gross animals. Like they don't live in the sewer, but they're disgusting. Like, possums live in their own filth. They fucking play dead. They're, like, the only North American marsupial. Their kids, like, latch onto their back. They're always covered in, like, fucking poop. It's disgusting.
That's essentially the process. Put in some miles, find a promising spot, put in a call, and see if you hear something back or see some movement.
We spotted a little one, but they don't shoot him. They want him to grow into a big fat rat for eating later. And, we do this trick where we keep turning off the lights and trying to call, but failing so far.
But it's fun. Along the way, we're taking stops, quick smoke breaks, swapping a few stories, and then just getting back on the move.
Hi guys, it's break time. We have one rat down, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of work for one rat. Like, this is some thick ass jungle at points. We've been through, I don't know, thick, almost like scrubby stuff. We've been through large elephant grass. We've been
Why don't they breed them? I feel like rats fuck like crazy now. Same thing with like rabbits. Like, why don't you like just capture like fucking 10 of them and then breed them?
The cacao trees here are everywhere, but nearly every pod that we passed has been ripped open, destroyed by the rats. It's pretty clear that these things aren't just food, they're also a problem. So the local farmers love it when these hunters are out and about trying to get
so yeah, I forgot. It's like a pest control thing.
rid of them.
I don't really know how we're going to cook up these rats. I suppose we need a fire.
To begin the cooking process, the rats...
I would be so nervous to start a fucking controlled fire in the middle of a jungle. Like, I know I would burn that shit to the ground.
We have 2 rats just kind of roasting on sticks over this fire right now, deep in the Sulawesi jungle.
And they roast away until every last hair has kind of been singed off. And at this point, you could probably just eat them right away. But we've got a fair bit more prep to go because these guys take even their jungle meals pretty seriously.
These guys are blackened to a crisp and they are cooking away.
Now that the rat is cooked, they get large sections of bamboo, just really wide chunks of it, and start beating it into strips with a machete. They leave just enough fiber in between the different strips to hold it together, and it can be sort of unrolled.
Oh my god, are they gonna like... Wait. Are they gonna, like, oven bake the fucking rats? Like, over the flame? Maybe not.
Tree branches are then lashed together with vines, the bamboo mat.
Or, like, rotisserie. They're gonna fucking... They're making, like, a makeshift fucking rotisserie thing.
Is laid on top.
Oh, no.
Some banana leaves are added, and
I'm guessing terribly.
you've got this kind of really cool setup, this jungle table of sorts. Meanwhile, 4 short sections of branch are hammered into the ground beside the fire to form a stand that's going to hold a pot for cooking rice. Another section of bamboo is used to sort of split open, creating these large water containers and a makeshift chopping board along the way.
This looks so complex. Oh, I think it is going to be like, not like an oven, but they're doing like, I think they're trying to transfer some of the, I guess the taste from, they said the banana leaves to the rats.
On the table.
Maybe package it up.
Oh, it's like a little chopping board. It's genius.
The rats are chopped into pieces, they're given a good rinse to just wash off that ash. Then we begin preparing the rest of the meal. They slice shallots, local herbs, lemongrass, and toss in some mushrooms that we gathered along the way earlier. Chilies and
Turns out they're hallucinogenic.
garlics are mashed together in this rough.
That'd be an experience, dude. You're like, oh, yo, actually, rat's not that bad. Why do you have 3 eyes?
Wild mushroom salad going on the side. This chili mix spread out on top.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're doing a whole fucking buffet.
Kind of a wild dressing, but
Behind the rat eating, chat. I could get behind it. I think the bat was a no-go for me. The skin looked disgusting, but the rat doesn't look that bad. I think because they already took out all the organs, and they're just, like, roasting the meat. So it's just meat, and they're doing, like, crazy-ass... Dude, they're, like, doing all their own handmade rice. They're doing fucking all these herbs and spices they're throwing in. They foraged mushrooms.
Every
long day till you're fucking starving.
Is then pushed into these long, thin bamboo tubes. Those
okay.
are set against a rack that's made next to the fire.
2 a.m.
They lost me.
Bartolozzi jungle. Tired as hell. Just want to eat some rat meat. Go to sleep.
And after about another 15-20 minutes, this elaborate meal is finally ready to eat.
I don't know. That makes me not like it anymore. The like aggressively like pushing it out of the tube and it just making that like plop noise.
I know, in fact, that this is standard Indonesian jungle fare. We have this crazy rat salad cooked in bamboo.
As long as they didn't do the bamboo thing, I would eat it. I would try it either way. Oh, you're going the whole fucking day. You're rat hunting, bro. I would have to taste it.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a rat curry. We're going to see how it's done. I like moving coal away.
Damn, do people eat squirrels a lot too? I know people eat squirrels. I've never seen somebody eat a squirrel though either.
This half the stable. Not sure it's worth the 3 hours trekking, having to hunt these
Yeah, I don't know about 3 hours to get fucking 3 rats worth of food.
things out of the trees, cooking them yourselves. I definitely just go to Tomahawk
Could have just gone to the market, bought them for $6.
Market, buy 300,000. Best deal out there. Check it out if you're ever in town, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if I'm ever in town, I'll definitely go to the meat market and grab the 3 rat pack.
Jungle rats, pretty good. Oh, these guys love it. All right, now
that was such a fun video to watch. Like that took some turns I did not think it would take. When it was just the meat market, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna sell like poisonous animal. No, it's just bats. Bats and rats. Chat, I gotta piss real quick, then we're hopping to the next. But you're gonna be on like a raised platform 7-8 feet off the ground. And in the bottom of the area is going to be a loose saltwater crocodile. That's like 10 feet long, 20 feet, or 15 feet long, 1,000 pounds. It hasn't eaten all day. If you fuck up the pose and give up, they lower you 5 inches. And every time you mess up, they get you closer and closer to the crocodile.
Another weird form of yoga is laughter yoga, which hardly involves any yoga at all. It's basically just a string of simple breathing exercises.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I can't hang out. I got laughter yoga later. I'm going to go sit in an office room with some random person and just go,
It's usually done standing and uses a lot
That pisses me off.
of ridiculous hand movements. Most of the hand movements are used as a warm-up before a series of creepy laughing exercises.
Yes. Hi, my name is Vicky.
You don't understand the premise of laughter yoga. Hey, my name's Joe. Everybody starts laughing. The fuck's funny?
And I have breast cancer. And I have breast cancer.
Very good. Very good. Yay!
The supposed benefits include better
What? Nah, that isn't real. They like share like issues or trauma in their life and they just laugh at each other.
cardiovascular health and boosting your immune system. It can even be used as a coping mechanism for stress or anxiety.
Put your hands like this, and we're gonna unzip with a sound. Gonna open it up. Take your brains.
There's somebody in the crowd that's taking it way too serious. They're actually like peeling their skin off their head. They just see it in the back. They start bleeding. Just in the back. You're like, what is that noise?
You see it? And now wash.
This exercise has a very cult-like following. Many who practice it believe
TED Talks have lost the plot. Is this new?
it can cure almost anything.
What the fuck?
That's never good. A lot of people work out to benefit their sex appeal, and alternatively, some people want to incorporate sex into the workout itself. Aerotraverse Fitness mixes erotic hip thrusting with core and pelvic floor training. Classes involve women rolling out on a yoga mat and performing all sorts of
What?
erotic movements.
People are paying for
You
this?
can expect anything from grinding, dry humping, and twerking to be performed in this classroom. It's awesome. The whole purpose is to promote.
Just in a whoa! The following footage is workout tutorials. This is an instructor. There's dry humping.
Holistic sexual wellness and health, which claim to make your sex life better.
Yo, what are
People believe
we
that this specific
doing, bruh? This is more than just a workout, man.
type of
This
exercise
is-
brings them closer to their partners and is spiritually enriching, equating to a healthier body and soul. It is extremely popular in countries like Russia, where content creators post TikToks that gain millions of views. Most of the comments think that the whole thing is weird. However, there are a few that get sucked in. Does anybody want to grind on Mikolov?
Yo, this is surely somewhere where only women instructors exist. If you pull up, yo, I'd be mad. I gotta say that. Like, if you had a significant other that was like, yeah, I'm going to this workout area, I'd be like, what do you do? And they're like, dry hump the ground. And the instructor, I'd be like, really? You're paying for a class. I feel like it's different if it's like the instructor's like at the front of the class doing it and all the people are just like dry humping the mat. But if the instructor's like, nah, let me help you with that. Whoa.
Wait till you hear about sexercise. The main purpose of this workout is allegedly
New pose unlocked. Never seen this before.
to strengthen couple bonding, allegedly. If you can actually sit down and watch a workout video, you'll see that it's basically just borderline with clothes on, Miss Tybo. A lot of exercises involve the woman climbing on top of the man or the woman being lifted in some kind of convoluted way, you know. There's also lots of grinding and even overtly
This is out of Planet Fitness. This is out of Planet Fitness. This is insane.
sexual positions, but because people are lifting or stretching with clothes on, it's considered exercise. Within the community, they even use sexual terms like quickie to describe quick workouts. Some coaches literally use sex positions as work.
What is the woman gaining from this?
Coaches literally use sex positions as workouts and have people do crunches or stretch while in that position. Everyone who practices exercise claims it's a good way to work out and get close with your partner, but it seems like actually just having sex would be a more effective.
Bringing sexy back. 5th annual Valentine's Day sexercise workshop. You know there's people that are pitching soft pitching an orgy. At the 5th annual sexercise, there's somebody that's like just slow while reading the room. Reading the room. Kind of thinking of doing like we all leave our keys in a bowl of sorts. You know, just to kind of like hang out. Oh, so a swingers part? No.
Workout for couples.
Well, I mean, like what would you? How would you perceive that?
Bond with each other, unless it's a whole like peacocking thing where it's like let them look. Where's the thrill? When it comes to workout classes, nothing is as cult-like as SoulCycle. SoulCycle is a boutique.
SoulCycle's big. SoulCycle's really big.
Indoor cycling class that was founded in 2006, was started from humble beginnings, evolved into.
But I think that SoulCycle makes sense in that like they're hard cycling.
An empire ranking in a net worth of over $100 million during their peak in the mid 2010s. The classes themselves aren't just cycling; they're high intensity workouts that include a variety of dance choreography too. It's absurd. A typical spin class consists of loud music and an instructor that leads the group and motivates you to keep going.
I think my ideal like cycle workout class would be we all get on the bike. It's dead silent. They throw on the highest interval rave music I've ever heard in my life. Like and I'm just it's like go. You have 5 minutes. Whoever gets the furthest gets a coupon. I pay $30, but I could walk away. I'd be like, all right, I'm in. I just rip it. Just the entire, like literally just like, oh, I get a $25 Texas Roadhouse gift card if I win.
At SoulCycle, everything.
All right, that's not the vibe I was getting originally.
Thing is turned up to 11. There are countless videos showcasing the way SoulCycle throws money into the production of their classes. Some SoulCycle classes look like a full-on concert, with instructors dancing in elaborate costumes on the main stage alongside riders, and others will hire and bring in bands to play during the class. Live at concert. You're at your live music. There are also in-studio raves, where crew members run through the crowds of riders swinging glow sticks. They even provide props like money shooters that spray dollar bills all over the room. In some cases, instructors literally run into the back rooms during performances so crew members can help them quickly change outfits like a NASCAR fucking pit crew, dude. This over-the-top energy may seem cringe to some, but for the riders...
Oh, this is rich people shit. This is like LA, Miami. Yeah, this ain't like regular local. Bro, they got a band.
It's therapeutic and it's like a spiritual experience. Former CEO Elizabeth Cutler had once claimed that, quote,
and the bike is such a metaphor for life.
And there's just rave music. Some instructors will go into passionate motivational speeches during their classes, screaming at the riders that they're strong and they're valued.
Even though life might be kicking us down right now, even though...
Oh, that would piss me off, bro. I understand, like, I think there's a time and the place for, like, a sappy motivational speech. If I'm, like, halfway through the fucking cycling workout and she's like, I know we've been all I'd be like, bro, I'm trying to work out.
Sometimes things get a little religious, with instructors dramatically reading Bible.
Like, literally hard cut the rave music off.
Verses to keep people moving.
Full vibe change.
Psalm 118:6 says...
Church SoulCycle. What, I'm gonna fucking receive communion on the fucking bike? What are we doing?
Lord is with me. I will not be afraid.
And on TikTok, people gush about how valuable the classes have been for them, with one comparing the classes to a fucking synagogue.
I just got out of synagogue. It's this small reformed synagogue called Soul Cycle West Hollywood, and the rabbi's name is David, and he had the most third eye-opening sermon.
Soul Cycle. Writers often admit online that the
Soul Cycle changed my life. My vibration. I love how the music's so loud I can sing and scream and let it all go. I also love feeling a part of a community and seeing the same faces every day / week. I think that's not specific to Soul Cycle. I think that's just like having a club. It inspires me to keep showing up. Would love to hear how others got involved and how Soul has impacted your life. What's your favorite parts of Soul Cycle? What difference did it make in your life?
classes have changed their entire lives for the better, not just through weight loss, but the way that they can scream and sing along with other writers to let go of their problems. They've even claimed that they've chosen Soul Cycle over actual therapy.
I'd be better. You're exercising.
I love the Balatra music in the background now.
You're partying. You're having fun.
This is the best time of my life.
You might even get laid.
I think I might get some pussy. If this sounds incredible to you, I'm sure you're curious about the pricing. Well, the cost of the classes is pretty steep.
Let me guess. Rich people. I doubt it's. Do you think it's monthly or like per session? I'm gonna guess it's like $100 a session. There's probably 4 sessions a month, so you could do individual session or you could sign up for month. I think if it's monthly, it's probably like $250. If you're buying by month.
Single Soul Cycle class, which lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, cost about.
Oh, that's a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I thought a session would be like 2 hours. 45-minute class? That's like a very regular gym class.
$42. While it's true that the
wait, whoa, how much?
While it's true that the which lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, cost about $42. While it's true that the
40. What did he say? $42?
Cost about $42. While it's true that the production of the classes totally captures the hearts and minds of their writers, it's the instructors themselves that keep them coming back for more.
I don't think he said 4,200, chat.
It's not an understatement to say that more instructors at Soul Cycle are idolized.
Surely $42. $42 sounds more realistic. It's still very expensive. You're paying $42 for one class.
And treated like celebrities because of the charming and motivational persona.
There's no way it's $4,000 for a class. I'm Googling this. Yeah, $40. $42.
Griffin, one of the most well-known instructors, would sell out in a matter of minutes. She was so sought after by a number of celebrities who exclusively wanted to ride alongside her. Leo? Johnny Depp? People have claimed that Stacy could make the most reserved rider temporarily enter a trance-like state where they work harder than they've ever worked before. And for Soul Cycle, their instructors are their biggest moneymakers. Top instructors can be paid up to $400 per class. Stacy, however, made a staggering $800 per class. Because they were essential for Soul Cycle.
That's $800 in 1 hour. Wow.
Cycle's a success, master instructors were treated like Hollywood stars. They would act like it too, partying all night and popping Adderall in the morning to push through their classes. This company culture ended up inflating their egos to the point of giving them a huge god complex, similar to many cult leaders. Some admitted that the fame made them feel like they could do anything that they wanted to with no repercussions. And one reporter claimed a male instructor gave her a spin class lap dance by gyrating all over her handlebars of her bike. You like that? While she was uncomfortable about it, their other riders squealed with joy. Eee, you're so lucky. His dick all over it. He's like, Mike's, the magic mic's on. Others would openly fat shame and use homophobic and racist slurs. And in one case, a master instructor referred to a black woman as Aunt Jemima.
Ooh.
Yikes. One staff member was tasked with giving their star instructor, Lori Zuckerman, a fruit salad only consisting of berries. When Lori found a single kiwi sitting at the bottom, he threw it across the room and shouted, "Whoever got this needs to be fired!" In a minute.
Wow. That's like movie-esque ego. Like, I didn't think there's people that would do 1 kiwi in a bowl of berries. Like, it'd be different if you were like deathly allergic. You got a kiwi piece in your berry bowl, and you fucking break the glass, throw all the food on the ground.
In many cases, they would get drinks with and even sleep with their riders, something that the riders would brag about to the other riders in class. Yeah.
Shut up.
Who put this kiwi in here? Soul Cycle riders long to be close to their favorite instructor. fighting over the height.
Dude, it's just mini parasociality. That's all it is. It's like the same shit as like Twitch streaming or fucking like K-pop or whatever, dude. It's just like they feel like a part of a community and the instructor's like a goal they could obtain.
Highly sought after and coveted front row. It introduces a type of cycling hierarchy where the most hard work.
Oh, that's so fucking weird. So if you're the closer you are to the instructor, the better you are as like an individual in this class. Like if you're back right to the class, you suck.
Working people are granted the ability to help lead the rhythm of the class. People will come to class extra early just to be the first ones to charge towards the front row bikes. For them,
damn, do you think they run there like it's Black Friday?
And their hard work praised by their instructor is everything to them. The most passionate ones even purchase $55 front row tanks from their merch store. Awesome. It's been said that instructors purposely keep the most attractive riders in the front row, often taking less desirable riders.
So what do they tell them? Hey, I see you're sitting next to my bike. I am the instructor today. You know, I've seen you in the class before, usually in the back left or right row, kind of where it's darker. You know, you can't really make out any faces over there. And, you know, I could kind of tell by your silhouette that you were, how do I put this? Slightly repulsive. Seeing you in the sunlight here, you're kind of looking more like a vampire. Could you maybe go back over there?
Riders will switch spots.
Could you maybe not cycle near us, or
that's to achieve this? You love the energy. Let's put you in the back. Love that smile. You're awesome. Let's move you up. The need for a front row seat would often lead to riders being bullied verbally and sometimes confronted in person to the point where people broke out into tears. One rider who was thought to have been a master instructor's class favorite found that the other female riders put used tampons in her purse as revenge. Soul.
Yeah, I'm going to be cycling next to Vanessa today, okay? So let's say I made it to the top of the... She's like sifting through her purse. What? Just her hand just touches the wet fucking blood-filled tampon.
Cycle. Soul Cycle is not nearly as popular as it was a decade ago. Poor business decisions and a string of controversies regarding their company culture and the effects of COVID lockdowns impacted them harshly. While still profitable, their numbers dwindle as they attempt to mimic the success of companies like Peloton and by creating bikes for home use as well. Listen, guys, a lot of home workout programs can feel like a gimmick, right? Sometimes it feels like people would rather do anything and pay anything just to avoid going to a traditional gym. I know I would. But you know what? Any way you can do something to just be more healthy, I say try it. While many of these can seem silly, at least it's motivating people to take that first step and make an effort to get healthy.
Yeah, I think you just don't want to get trapped in that mindset that, like, this is the best way to work out. You could be like, this is fun. But I think a lot of them are over-marketed to where it's like, hey, you're actually burning more. This is better for you than going on a run.
I suppose there's no harm in that. Except for people like, you know, the Soul Cycle thing was probably a bit crazy. All in all, not a bad idea to just get up and be a little active. But until next time, my friends, stay active, stay healthy, and Tybo. We'll see you.
That was a W-vid. All right. Next video. People call this monkey trade slavery. Lock in.
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Never buying coconut milk. Saying that. But do you guys buy coconut milk? I may have bought coconut milk like one time. Ever. That tastes terrible. What, you saying a monkey made the milk?
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Costco will stop selling one brand of coconut milk from a Thailand-based producer.
That's what the headlines say, at least. The world is angry.
Oh my god, do they chain the monkeys to, like, the tree and then make them climb it to go fucking pick the coconuts?
But is this really abuse? Or is this some ancient tradition that the West just doesn't understand? To find out, in this episode, we're traveling
How do you even train a monkey to do that?
across Southeast Asia, from the chaotic monkey markets of Jakarta to the ancient coconut jungles of southern Thailand. And we'll see how they're sold, trained in monkey schools, and put to work in towering...
Trained in monkey schools? They have a whole system where they train them? Do you think you could fail out? Like, how many monkeys do you think fail out of the school because they, like, don't listen? All right, I'm going to have this take off rip before... let's see if my take changes. I think if they're training them through a reward-based system and they're not, like, electrocuting them or some shit to, like, ingrain that they have to do this or they'll get hurt, I don't see this as a problem. Like, if they're just, like... Hey, they end up training the monkey to go pick the coconut, and then they give the monkey, like, a grape or something. I think that's fine. Like a dopamine reward. But if they're, like, zapping the motherfucker, and they're like, we're gonna hurt you if you don't do it. Because, I mean, that's, like, the same thing as, like, retrievers. Like, it would be, like, the same thing as a retriever dog if you did it like that. It'd be like, okay, go get the duck. And then they go pick up the duck, you give them a treat. Then they go they like doing it. I think the argument then still is that monkeys are smarter. And so it's like, are you taking advantage of that?
Jatinegara Pet Market. It's basically this, like, zoo where you can buy anything roadside.
I think my goal today...
Oh, my God. Oh. See, that upsets me. Look at the puppies.
I think my goal today is to see, like, how many different species we can possibly see in one day, just in one market.
Exotic geckos, nectar.
Those were fucking, like, flying... Were those sugar gliders?
Then one day...
What are those? They're not flying squirrels. Are they sugar gliders? What are these? Are these flying squirrels? These little things right here? How do they even catch those?
This is one market.
Exotic geckos next to someone's random house cat. All crammed together. There's sugar gliders everywhere.
Sugar glider, answer my question. Never mind.
Different varieties of squirrels too. Like, just a ridiculous amount of...
Yo, I feel like this is like... Yo, it actually makes me realize... I know this is like a fucked up market. But this shit, like, makes me realize the amount of animals that exist that I don't know anything about. Like, this looks like a skunk. This isn't a skunk. This is a squirrel.
Squirrels. Including some kind of ground squirrel that apparently stinks.
It's a squirrel that have a bad smell. We call it bajing.
I think that's a skunk.
Yeah, bajing.
A bajing. It's a squirrel with a bad smell.
Yeah.
Kind of hot. Alright guys, this is one of those bad smelling squirrels. Apparently. He looks cute as hell. I feel really bad for this little guy. I don't think he's gonna last that long if I'm honest. He's just kind of like hanging out there, rather wet. How much is this?
$9 for that fucking living animal, bro. What? I feel like I would buy that and then just release it into the jungle and hope it survives.
You come into stuff that's not even from Indonesia. Albino hedgehogs. Brazilian turtles.
Brazil?
Yeah,
oh my God.
Imported weirdness just everywhere. The whole thing.
But is this like for rich people? Like, are they eating these animals? Well, I feel like some of them, this is an exotic pet market. They have exotic animal markets for food, but like nobody's eating a sugar glider. Joe, what the fuck? What do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? We've watched videos where they have pet markets and right next door they have animal markets where they're cooking things. That's not, what do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? That's an honest question.
It's kind of fascinating, and it doesn't take long before we find our first monkey.
You have one monkey?
Yeah, like that's a chicken.
Monkey.
How much?
1 million.
1 million for one monkey.
$60 for a monkey. Bro. I feel like a monkey should be like $5,000. Like if you're buying, I feel like if you buy an ape, that should be like $5,000. An ape or a monkey. Like that's like a smart ass animal. That's pretty hard to get.
Okay.
And it is pretty heartbreaking right away. These guys are tiny, not even a year old. There's 2 of them, and they're just huddled together in the rain while Jakarta's traffic screams past like it's nothing.
Like, what do people buy them for? They buy for a pet? Or
dude, it just sucks because like if you buy it, you're fueling the business. Like even if you bought that monkey and then like somehow rehabilitated it and then put it back in the wild, like you're incentivizing this transaction. You know what I mean? Like, buying them isn't saving them. I mean, it's saving the ones that you're buying, but it's not stopping the cycle. Like, this is a continuous thing that's just going to keep happening. Some of the animals here, I don't think are bad that they're selling them. Like, there were like a few lizards. Like, I don't think that's bad that you're selling lizards for either food or pets. Like, I think that's fine. It's when you have, like, malnourished, like, baby squirrels and fucking, like, actual apes in cages.
Monkey won't get big. Really?
They're macaques. I believe all of them are macaques, just a few different varieties of them. Mainly pigtail macaques and longtail macaques.
Dari mana, Pak?
Ini Sulawesi.
Sulawesi.
And it turns out they've been shipped from Sulawesi. And in some ways, it hits even harder. I've just returned from Sulawesi, and it is one of the most beautiful paradises I've ever seen. And somehow, it's worse once it's confirmed. These aren't captive bred. They've been pulled straight out of paradise, just to rot roadside in cages. More macaques, this time in camo uniforms.
But then what are people doing with them? Like, this one's wearing a shirt. Like, is some random Indonesian man coming by and, like, buying this macaque for $60 and then, what, like, keeping it in a cage as a pet?
Turned into props from someone's idea of adorable. And they're also not albino at all. Their coats have been dyed.
Yeah, but, like, you can't keep that as a pet. Like, you're not going to be able to train that thing.
This kind of cheap trick to heighten the novelty and make it an easier sale. And before long, we find the epicenter of the market, the monkey section. No longer the occasional cage tucked among birds and reptiles and hedgehogs, but a dedicated corner of commerce. Cage after cage of macaques in different shapes and sizes, lined up like products. They're from Sulawesi
And, like, how many of them are dying before they're even getting sold?
and Sumatra primarily. And then from here, they'll be shipped all over Indonesia.
Oh, isn't that when they start fucking losing their minds? What is that called? That's like an actual thing. Where they just, like, roam in circles. Zoocosis.
50
monkeys.
He has 50 monkeys. Why do you have that many monkeys, bro? Like, is there that big of a market for this?
Maybe less.
Around about 50.
Yeah.
And in just one stall here, they have more than 50 monkeys, cage after cage lined up. And then you see the ones that are already breaking. Some are clearly getting just wired up from being trapped in these cages for too long. Some of them are too small, they're too stressed. And once they get bigger, you can tell they're nowhere near as easy to sell anymore. Meanwhile, there are more cages with tiny babies. Some of these things are insanely young. Again, looking like they're barely a month old, clinging to each other like that's the only comfort they've got.
Oh my god, and they have no idea what's going on.
Oh, it's just 1 month.
1 month old.
Yeah.
1 month old? How did they catch that? Did they catch the mom and then the mom gave birth?
They've got these big cartoon eyes, these oversized heads, little hands gripping onto the cage bars. It's almost too cute, which is the problem. And you can tell exactly why. They've been taken away when they are at peak cuteness, peak sellable. The first stop is these markets, and then they get sold off as pets all across the country.
Yeah, but that many people in Indonesia own monkeys?
The monkey trade at Jatinegara.
Like, I wouldn't even know the first thing of taking care of a monkey. Like, what do you feed a monkey? Like, fruits and nuts and shit, but it's like, you have to, like, keep it entertained, and it needs exercise. Like, dude, that's the problem with it. It's on another level. But it's the same shit with, like, any animal owner in the United States, too. Motherfuckers will buy pets, not bananas. Motherfuckers will buy bananas. You're just saying banana. No, chat's not even saying bananas, just banana. Okay, we're feeding them banana. All right, anyways. Oh my God, what was I saying? Motherfuckers will buy pets in the United States, not understanding how much work it is to take care of that pet. Like, it's unreal, dude. even something as simple as like a dog. They'll buy a puppy and not realize like, hey, you have to like train this thing, take it out all the time, watch it, make sure it gets exercise. It's like a smaller step of like raising a kid, bro. Obviously, a human's going to be harder, but like, I honestly think raising a dog is probably a pretty good training exercise for like keeping something alive. Like, it's not easy to, that's why so many dogs are misbehaved too. They don't socialize them right. They don't get enough exercise. They'll buy a fucking, what's like the smartest dog? My God, it's a sheep herding dog. It's a sheep herding dog. It's so cute. Why am I blanking on the name? It's like one of my favorite animals. I would love to own one, but I couldn't exercise it enough. Not a husky, a border collie. Yeah, motherfuckers will buy border collies because they think they're cute, and then they keep them in an apartment 6 stories up in the city, and it doesn't exercise, and then it fucking misbehaves, and they wonder why. I'm like, yo, that dog's meant to be nonstop mentally and physically engaged. Those animals are bred to be like on the go and ready all the time. And you're using it as like a show dog. Like that times 10 now with an ape, I would assume. Like I'm guessing an ape's probably pretty active.
The sourcing is brutal. Babies here are taken by either killing the mother and or breaking up and scaring away the troop. But it's messy because long-tailed macaques aren't just pet market animals. Globally, they're actually a major biomedical commodity. Between 2008 and 2019, an estimated 450,000 were traded internationally, mostly exported out of Southeast Asia to labs in the US, Europe, and China. I think it's kind of a justifiable evil. But it means that there is a legitimate market for it.
Oh, to like test medicines on them and shit?
Jatinegara, though, is mainly domestic pet trade. And it keeps going through this legal omission. Indonesia protects species listed under its 2018 regulation. And that regulation does not include long-tailed macaques. They're not considered protected and an endangered species. The IUCN, though, did move them to endangered in 2022. But the IUCN is not law here. It's kind of like a warning light. And the regulation just has not been updated yet. So shutting down these markets is hard, unless authorities can prove specific permits or quota violations.
Or just smoking cigarettes in its face.
Or obvious cruelty just exists. And I find this a little bit strange, because a little bit further north in the south of Thailand, there is a monkey trade that's getting a ton of international pressure.
The brand Shako is accused of using monkey labor to pick the coconuts.
And that is getting cracked down on hard. And after checking it out, I find it a little bit more justifiable.
What's more justifiable? The fact that it's getting cracked down on, or the monkey usage to pick coconuts is less immoral?
These monkey schools in southern Thailand, in Surat Thani, run on a straight-up curriculum.
Do you think monkeys are sentient? I think all animals are conscious, but not in the same sense that we are. There's levels to it. Like, a chicken is not as conscious as a pig. A pig is not as conscious as an ape. An ape isn't as conscious as a human. Why? I mean, it's the levels of brain structure and perception that they have. Like, bugs are obviously not as sentient as humans are, but I mean, they're still conscious because they have experience. Like, consciousness is divided into a multitude of things. It's like, you know, memory, the capability to recall information, the ability to communicate, express emotions and feel emotions, which many animals, basically all animals, are able to do. Feel pain, and like a few other things like reason, you know, like humans can reason, or I guess complex understanding of things like dolphins, elephants, whales, where they can mourn. There's like a million categories that determine how sentient something is. Like, yeah, crows and ravens, somebody said in chat, very smart animals. I believe a crow, I don't know which one's smarter, a crow or a raven, but I think one of them has the intelligence of like a 6-year-old, which is like crazy. Border collies are like the intelligence of like 4-year-olds. And it's also divided into a few other things as well. Most people perceive cats as smarter than dogs, but cats are more individual creatures that are more critical thinkers, but less socially aware, right? They have different skills in different areas. You perceive cats as smarter because they're kind of like solo creatures that are capable of you know, doing things on their own. But dogs, on the other hand, are very good at social understanding and emotional understanding and things that cats can't do.
Oh, hello, Swadika.
Wait, this is like the classes. Oh, so they have 5 classes on how to teach a monkey how to pick a coconut.
5 classes, 10 days each.
They have to fucking be able to determine the difference between a ripe and an unripe coconut and then tie a knot. I can't even do that.
Apparently is all they need.
Oh, hello, Swadika.
At least in the school. From there, they go into this kind of like apprenticeship program of training on actual coconut groves.
We have a good 30, 40 monkeys behind us at this Thai monkey training school. That's where a lot of these kind of like monkeys end up. They're actual working creatures. And here in Thailand, they still have, as you can see, ridiculously tall coconut plantations. They haven't all been swapped out for the sort of...
You really think it's cheaper to train a monkey to do it than get like a machine to be able to do it?
Dwarf coconut trees you see elsewhere. So monkeys like this, they're...
Honestly, maybe. Because the shape of the coconut, if all coconut trees were 25 feet tall and had an angle leaning 20 degrees, you could get a machine to adapt to that. But since they all grow differently and ripen at different times, probably is easier to get a monkey to be able to do it. How would a machine even do that efficiently? That's what I'm saying. Like, certain machines are only able to do certain farming efficiently, right? That's why, like, human farmers still, like, pick blueberries. But, like, you could have a machine do corn and, like, you could, like, you know, flood a bog or whatever it's called for cranberries and shit. Like, there's different methods of farming.
They're an essential tool in the south of Thailand or in Surat Thani. We're going to see exactly how they're trained up and how they turn into coconut harvesting machines.
He has been doing this since he was 15 years old.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
He's 57 now. Can you
57?
tell? He looks so young.
How many monkeys do you think you've trained?
He think about 1,000 of monkeys.
1,000 monkeys?
Yeah, about 1,000
Wow,
of
that's
monkeys
crazy.
already.
Okay, so the monkey school setup is kind of, I mean, I don't know what you'd imagine, because you don't know what a monkey school looks like, right? But essentially, a bunch of coconut trees.
Do you think he's training them and then deciding which ones are picking up faster and then having those ones breed to efficiently make a smarter monkey population?
Makes sense. These tires are attached to the bottom of them.
Like he's selectively choosing which ones do better.
Each monkey gets one tire, one coconut tree. That's their hangout, their base. And they're
Oh, they get like a home?
Periodically brought into the sort of the class section, the curriculum section of the school. And I've got to admit, that's kind of crazy.
Like, I don't know if I think this is fucked up or not. Like, I've never even heard of this. They get their own home and they have to pick coconuts.
Crazy to me that you can train a monkey in 50 days to do this so full.
I'm kind of on the fence. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I need to know more.
Honestly, and trust me, these things will blow your mind. The level of mastery, the smarts of these monkeys are fascinating. Here it goes.
So the first step is to learn spinning the coconut. Spin. They will do this for 10 days. Another interesting thing is like...
He'll just spin a coconut in front of their face for 10 fucking days until they pick up on that shit. Oh my God. Dude, that monkey's got to be so confused for the first 3 days. Just fucking watching this guy spin a coconut right at his forehead.
They cannot focus for...
No, they have... Yeah, dude, they have low attention spans because they're babies. They need to... Yeah, they need to be able to understand how to, detach the coconut from the tree.
A long period of time, right? So he said like only 2 to 5 minutes or less than that.
Oh, they only do this for 5 minutes? Oh, because he's doing this for 10 days, but they only do it in 5-minute intervals, and then he lets him go back and goes and grabs the other one.
That's all.
So it's like these short periods.
It's like Super Monkey Ball.
Periods of training.
Because they cannot focus, they don't want to be trained that long. Yeah, the well-behaved after training, he will sell like 15,000 baht.
15,000 baht for one monkey.
15,000 baht for one monkey.
All right, guys.
What do you mean he's selling the monkeys to like different like farms?
Second step is now learning to hang on the tree.
The monkeys learn to use 3 limbs to twist while anchoring with the 4th. Then it's just a matter of elevation. Day by day, the coconuts get higher and higher.
That was super quick and super impressive. He jumped right up there, nailed the 2 down.
I mean, this is impressive to watch.
Let's move on to class number 3.
Selection. The monkeys learn to select just the coconuts that contain water, typically by their color.
He's like ready to roll this one.
Business time.
Oh my God, guys, this guy is like clipping along. That's 2 coconuts down, 3 coconuts down. He is absolutely crushing this. 4 coconuts.
Nah, he's not supposed to spin those ones.
5. Last one.
Class 4 is safety. These monkeys actually learn to untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
Wow.
To untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
And he knew which part of the loop to climb through to untangle himself. Dude, I feel like humans would struggle with that. Like, I would not know which one to climb through.
Whoa. That is crazy. I've never been so impressed. That was absolutely crazy. 3 different types of tangle that are common, 3 different types of knots.
He's gonna untie that?
Essentially just, you know, standard.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. He's gonna untie that. Dude, that is like when your charger cord gets like fucking wrapped around somehow in like 10, or like you're trying to untangle earbuds.
Types of knot, essentially
like
just
corded earbuds. He's gonna fucking get through that.
You know, standard, it's
no
through itself.
way.
He's gonna loosen it up with his teeth and then climb right through. One that's just doubled over, he just undoes the entire thing with his hands. Whew. Wow. All right, this guy's not a fan of me, but I am a fan of him. That was...
Oh, does he want to attack him?
Insanely impressive. All right, guys, we're loading up these monkeys. Very much vehicle trained. You see them hanging onto the side of all kinds of crazy contraptions driving around these areas. So it's time to go harvest some real coconuts.
Class 5. Time to get real. Let's move from the classroom to the...
See, they do get treats and shit. I don't know. Like, it's hard to gauge their happiness. It doesn't seem like they're being mistreated right now. They're just on a leash so they don't run away. But it's like, if they're being rewarded, they seem fine. I know, but it's also like, well, if you took them off the leash, would they run away? And then you could say that's fucked up, right? That they have them. But you could say the same thing about a lot of dogs as well that don't like follow their owners.
Coconut Grove.
What else would they be doing? In the jungle, probably doing the same shit for themselves. I mean, now they just have food provided for them, maybe better medical care. Because, like, if they get injured, they'll probably be like, go to a vet.
All right, guys, we're on our way to the monkey.
They live better than in nature. I think that depends on where they're selling them to. I think that's something that needs to be said because this is a training facility. I don't know if they're training them and then in-house using them. If they sell them off to a farmer that's now using them in like hurting them,
Monkey farm is kind of crazy.
That would be animal abuse.
Dogs coming along. 3 monkeys. They look pretty old, pretty well trained. These are obviously some veterans.
The lamest people on the internet.
The internet's got its variety of niches and groups, but I think I found the lamest one. You know, Looks Maxes. This is them, but like even lamer somehow.
Look at this. Black pilling. Bro, I keep getting on like black pill content. Like people use this one clip of me where I say the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, and that's how they determine whether or not they're attracted to you. But then after that, I talk about how the majority of building a relationship and actually getting somebody to like you is your personality, and they just cut that off. So they just cut that off. So they put the clip of like me saying, hey, like people, the first thing that somebody notices about you is your looks. And then they're just like, yep, that's it. I'm like, that's not it. Like, I will say, yes, I think when you find it, like finding somebody attractive is off looks. Like that does matter more than some people say it does. But in terms of long-term relationship capability, no. But I'm saying, yes, the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks because that's their subconscious opinion is going to be how you look. But that's not the only thing that matters. And like the way that I understand black pill is that the only thing that matters is your looks. And I think that's wrong because that is where not only, yes, maybe in the terms of like the first thing somebody notices is your looks, But then they're going to realize your entire personality is structured around how you look, which is like obscene narcissism. Like, it's just building a fucking rapport within yourself of like, I look great. I look great. I look awesome. This is how I need to look. I need to change my haircut. I need to start mewing. Maybe I should get facial surgery. Bro, you're 20. Bro, your brain's not even done developing yet. You're going to get fucking plastic surgery at 20 years old because you think that you don't look good. Like, it's your life, fine. But I'm saying, like, don't think that, like, that's the end all be all on whether or not people are going to like you is how you look. It's because they take, like, the idea of black pill is they take something that isn't absurd to say and then make that the only thing that matters. Like, good-looking people get better connections in life. Is that true to a degree? Potentially. But I think that's the idea that looking good gets your foot in the door. But when you only care about looking good, and then you get your foot in the door, and they're like, okay, hey, and they start asking for your qualifications, or they want to learn about you, and you're the most dull person ever, because all you care about is whether or not you look appealing. It's like, man, that's like, I don't know. It also causes so much stress within yourself, you know? The idea of having to constantly be like, I need to look this way. I need to be this attractive. It's now you're like, you're hindering your own mood, you know? The pivot of how you feel in life is going to be how you look that day. Like, I don't know, man. And it's just like living for other people.
Black pill content. This is a group of people that believe looks and genetics are the most important thing in life, and they decide how every interaction is gonna go, which is, you know, sort of.
Well, what is it? It's like subhuman, sub 5, sub 3, low tier normie, high tier normie, Chad. Like, there's a ranking system in the black pill like community where they like rank what you look. And a lot of the time they'll say that I'm like a normie or a low tier normie. Like, I saw one guy do a whole facial analysis on me and he said I was a 5. He said I was a 5. And he was like, if he fixed his hair and got Greek curls, he'd maybe be a little bit better. But they'll be like, his nose is crooked, his jaw is too far out. I'm like, man, bro, I don't care. And the guys that are making those analysis videos are like 3s. Like, I just, how are you going to sit there and make all of your content about like, hey, I'm going to rank how this person looks when you're like literally in a basement that's wet underground, just like fucking just ranking people? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm a 5. I don't care. Right? Like, I used to care so much about how I looked, and I still do fixate on certain things. Like, I fixate on my hair a lot, right? Because I do think I am going to go bald. And so that upsets me. But like, there are days where I'll just be like, I didn't do my hair, and I'll just like fucking leave it. So,
and the thing that makes these people so lame is that they're quote-unquote straight men who edit other men because they think they look good, or they argue about which man they think looks better in a comment section, and just bully people who aren't conventionally attractive, when I know damn well
who's the famous guy that's technically the pinnacle of like black pill Chad? Oh my god, who is it? No, not Marlon. It's like a famous Hollywood actor. I don't know, man. I mean, like, this is the guy that's like one of the guys. Oh no, it's Ian Somerhalder. I would agree more on Ian Somerhalder than Jordan Barrett. Ian Somerhalder's a fucking hot guy. But like, I don't know, why is he the pinnacle of like Chad? Because his facial structure's good? Like, it's because, well, they'll say I have a negative canthal tilt too, and that makes me look like a bitch. I'm like, word chat. This is like actual shit where it's like they'll analyze me and they'll be like, yo, he looks like a bitch. I'll be like, damn. Okay. It's like, if you ever want to feel the worst you've ever felt in your life, ask somebody from the black pill community to rate how attractive you are. And they will be like, Yeah, man, I think it's cooked. You're so ugly. And I'm like, God damn, man. Like the fucking standards we have.
Oh, these people are behind their desk looking like this and telling me this guy's right eyebrow is bigger than his left, so he's cooked. And then proceed to tell me this is the peak of male beauty.
Yeah, man. like cheap. Bro, actually, some shit that looks like you got plastic surgery.
Alright, bro. As a part of this video, I've looked into the species I'm a cold.
Honestly, bro, I think the biggest thing about attractiveness is how you carry yourself. I've seen, and you could say this is like some glaze shit. I've seen a lot of guys that own how they dress. I think that's a big thing. What you wear changes how like that's more important than like I need a Mog in fucking Muse so I could fix my facial structure. Bro, if you got like good drip and not like good drip where it's like I need to wear what people want me to wear, you wear drip that you fuck with and you like and you own it, people find that attractive. I'm not trying to say like Adam Sandler, right? That guy's old, but like Adam Sandler owns his shit. Like that's an attractive trait for him to own the fucking baggy ass basketball shorts. He looks like a cornball. Like he wears cornball fucking clothes, but he owns it. And so nobody cares. It's not cringe. Like if you own your shit, people are like, fuck with that. Because it's like a level of authenticity rather than trying to be somebody that you're not. People recognize fakeness and they don't fuck with people that are fake. And a lot of the time, like BP community people are trying to be somebody that they feel like they need to be rather than somebody that they are.
People or black pill people, I've studied their behavior and learned their lingo, and really I don't like what I found. And just to be clear, black pill is more like an extreme version of looks maxing, not necessarily all looks maxes, but you know, drag making that distinction. The first place I looked to study these creatures was TikTok. There's a good chance that you've come across a black pill edit or two. Normally what these consist of is a stitch of somebody's
No. The fucking music they use though is peak. I gotta say, if you see a BP edit, the video is fucking awful. But they edit it to where it's like, damn, this is like not convincing, but mildly interesting.
Something like, oh, looks don't matter. Or someone that's not seen as conventionally attractive, literally doing anything.
Yeah, but I'm kind, smart.
See, like that's so fucking sad. Nah, like this guy's a cuck commenting that. Sub-Zero looking at me. Bro, like, nah, you actually work at Burger King, bro. You work at Burger King and you don't have friends. Like, and you're sitting here commenting on people that fucking, like, actually, nah, you literally, like, this motherfucker commenting against this woman, like, being an absolute dick about her appearance.
Thoughtful and caring, and those are things that matter more.
What did this poor lady do to you? Literally anyone can get hit with a black pill edit, nobody is safe. And normally the people that make these edits obviously leave their face out because almost 100% of the time they look like this. But on the rare occasion where the editor includes themselves in, it's so obvious every single time because you just see this ethereal looking world-renowned model and then this nigga. Okay, just try and figure it out yourself. Let me show you an edit and I want you to figure out which one is the person that made it.
Okay, no, that's...
Did you...
I feel like that one's a joke though. That one's a joke though.
Did you find them? Let's try another one. People in the comments are just flaming this nigga too. This guy just replied with this image. Fitting. I don't know where this nigga thought he was going with this. That's not a sneak-in, that's trespassing. Twin, being nice does not cost anything. Okay, but on TikTok you also find the higher ranking BP people having mug-offs.
Bro, like what the fuck? This is an actual thing? A mog-off? And they're getting donations to see who looks better. This guy's making like a weird rock smolder right now. This guy, I feel like this guy got the mog off probably. I'd vote him winning.
But can we address the elephant in the room though? This BP business is kind of zesty. Really look at the facts here, alright? We have men editing other men.
Yeah, it's like full focusing on other guys' attributes and being like obsessive over how they look.
because they think they look good. And I've looked at how these people act and speak too. They worship Marlon like a deity because they like the way that he looks. I don't know about you, but that sounds a little sus to me. You know, if they're taking back shots or not, that's not really my concern. I just had to...
I really do feel like Marlon has a very big BP community. Like, not even like he's trying to have it. It's just like, I bet Marlon has a lot of people that just like him because they find him attractive, but it's also like a lot of people that like want to look like Marlon.
I saw gay, so I said gay.
But these BP people like to throw around the term female gaze. The whole goal of BP, I guess, is to capture the female gaze. And they actually do have a calculated way that they measure attractiveness. It's not just, oh, I think this guy looks better. And this is known as PSL. And
bro, I don't know, man. I really feel like it's personality, bro. I have seen so many guys pull girls way out of their league at bars because they're just really good at talking. And I'm not even saying flirting, just holding a conversation. Like the amount of my friend, like I would say Brooke's out of my league, right? I would say that she's much more attractive than me. I don't think when we started dating, I don't think I was like some savant at talking, right? But like I think I got lucky, right? But I do have a lot of friends that I think are very interesting people. And I wouldn't say they're ugly, but they outwardly say their girlfriends are like 4 tiers higher than them attractiveness wise. And it's like, it's not because they went on the BP route and they pulled her. It's like, no, they went up, had a conversation, found common interests, right? Liked each other. And it's like, then that's how they find you attractive. Like,
alongside PSL, they also use the term appeal. Appeal is more just people finding you attractive regardless of your PSL. Now with PSL, this is where we get shit like this. This is what you would call a PSL god.
Oh my gosh.
But a PSL god wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory.
Is that a real photo? That's not a real photo. Chat, that's a real image? No. That is. That jaw structure is unreal, though. But that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not judging this guy by any means either. I feel like why is, like, I think it's just, like, the more, like, you look like a stone sculpture, the more attractive you are on a PSL scale.
This is where we get shit like this. This is what you would call a PSL god. But a PSL god wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory is being proven again. And I find this is no better time than any to really dive into the BP terminology. First word you probably already know, it's Chad. These are people that the BP community can collectively agree, you know, look good. So mainly like these 3 models. And then we have Chad Light. What am I talking about, cunt? But anyways, this is just a little lower. You wouldn't really be considered a Chad, but I don't know if you have to apply for Chad status. Is that something that they do?
No, I always thought that you can't move up. Like far, right? In the BP community, well, you could like make yourself more attractive and move up, but like if you're sub 5, you're never going to be a Chad in the BP community. But if you're like a Chad Light, if you got like a different haircut, maybe like they'll fucking up you. I don't know.
But if you're an unidentified attractive person, you're what's known as an unknown slayer. Like this random ass kid in the back of this video, he went viral on TikTok for a little bit. People calling him unknown slayer. Another example is this one guy. I just wanted to point it out because of this comment. Nigga said bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the fuck is you even
real life Marlon? Like Marlon's an anime character that doesn't exist?
Talking about, bro?
Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? I'm telling you, they worship this nigga Marlon like a deity. They don't even consider him real. And if you're the very pinnacle of male attractiveness, you're what's known as a true Adam. And this one guy they call a true Aladdin because he's Middle Eastern. There's not really a pattern there because that's the only example I could find. So maybe there's a different true so-and-so depending on...
Who's like a true Adam, though?
The race. I don't know. And then we have the term high tier normie or HTN for short, which means you're a really good looking person for somebody that's not an actor or model, just missing out on Chad Light status. There's also mid tier normie, which is somebody who out of 10 is like a 6 to a 7. I know what I just said. Just be cool.
I think people normally rate me like mid low tier normie.
Please. Then there's a low tier normie, which is pretty much just an average looking person. And then, you know, sub 5, which you know what that means. That's pretty much all the dumbass terminology these niggas use. But we also have the president of Black Pill, Clav. You know, interesting guy. People call him the insecure final boss.
Marlon Boggs. Didn't he say, oh my god, wait. I know this clip. Marlon Boggs, all of you?
Yeah, but he's black.
Yeah, what a fucking comeback. What a fucking comeback. Isn't Marlon also not black? Like, it's just Marlon Moggs all of you. Yeah, but he's black, so.
No, he's not.
Reasonable take. But overall, the whole belief with black pill is lookism, which means if you're chopped, people are just gonna treat you
like what that means. Like, what an outwardly racist thing to say. Like, it's just like, yeah, but you know.
Obviously, people do treat you different depending on how you look. You see how they did Dream? Bro, people who had never heard of him were just flaming him after the face reveal.
What do you think the BP community rates Dream?
Just because he looked a little bit like Rumpelstiltskin. It's really just the angle he recorded it. He's not even chopped for real. See? But you know,
sub 5?
The idea of people...
I feel like they do like low tier, normally sub 5. I don't know. It's just like anybody... Dude, when you go on like BP TikTok, you realize anybody you like... dude, like Brad Pitt, for example. They probably rate him pretty high. I would say Brad Pitt is a 10. I would say Brad Pitt in Fight Club is a 10. Like, he is like a very attractive guy. But I feel like I could say that. I don't know what they rate him, but I wouldn't be surprised if like I would say, hey, this guy looks like a 10, 4. And here's why. And then they'll give you a 4-paragraph statement on like every small thing that's wrong with their face and why they should be rated lower.
Treating you differently just because of how you look. Black pillars just do too much with it.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not.
What? 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 Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he was a Chad? Probably not. Is this a fucking meme video? Clav is trying to say that if Charlie Kirk was more attractive, he wouldn't have gotten fucking killed.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him.
The whole mess.
What? 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 What the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? If he was more attractive, he wouldn't have died. I mean, I could understand like you're saying the halo effect of like people like more attractive people, not in the argument of assassinations. I feel like the immediate counterpoint to that is like, it wasn't John F. Kennedy considerably one of the most attractive presidents ever, shot in the head, broad daylight.
You just lost to me now. I don't even know what's going on. The belief in this.
What? Oh, well, he was a Chad White. He wasn't a Chad.
This idea is objectively wrong and also lame. Please find a place of employment. Where are you finding this time to edit over people that you have chopped? See, self-improvement and I guess looks maxing by extension is not necessarily a bad thing. And honestly, I believe having deep pockets is more powerful than looking good. Let's take this guy Cuffham, for example. See, I'm not gonna say he's chopped. Let's just let the results speak.
The first algorithm we'll look at is designed to judge the beauty or attractiveness of your face.
Point two. No fucking way.
We'll give you a score between 0 and 10.
But he has motion and he's pretty financially abundant and he has managed to acquire females. Money and status really has a larger influence on how you look. Am I about to make my own pill? I'm gonna call that shit purple pill, or PP for short. But deep it though, Elon Musk could really bag more than a broke ass nigga that looks like this. And Elon really built like a Tesla for real. But it doesn't really matter because that 0.7 in his net worth could retire several generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, bro. The 0.7. The 0.7, $700 million.
Generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything, you slow ass niggas. So you know, instead of smashing your skull, how about you get some motion? Looks maxes, black pillars, they're a community and they like to share their knowledge. And the best place to see this in action is Reddit/looksmaxing advice. Whatever you do, if you want actual advice, do not look on here. Let's take a look, shall we? 15, male, is it over for me? Nigga in the comments said, you could just be famous. Alright. Bro must have taken PP. That stands for purple pill, by the way. Okay, next. What can I do? Please be honest. Okay, so niggas are trolling. Okay, so the 1 in a billion chance that, okay, the 1 in 0 chance that this is real. It's time to let it go, Unk. Let me try to find some actual serious ones then. Alright, this guy, 28, chronically single, and I know my forehead is huge. Okay, sounds reasonable. His forehead cannot be that bad. Interesting. The comments have some helpful suggestions. Shaved head might be the move. Maybe balance it out with a light goatee. You evil ass nigga, okay? You know what you're doing, bro. Gain about 30 pounds and you grow into that head. Is that something?
Gain about 30 pounds and you grow. Stop. I'm trying to. That's actually fucked. No, that's actually fucked.
You can do, you can grow into a head. Tell women you can read minds. Next, bro. Surprisingly, a lot of women are on this subreddit too. I don't think they really reply to.
There's women in the BP community. I thought that's only, but is there like BP guidelines for women?
Posts, but they put a lot of them up. And maybe my black pillars being zesty theory was wrong, because a lot of them put up shots instead of actually giving advice. How big is my forehead? 1 to 10. You know, coming from the last one, you know, I'm gonna give this shit a 1. I think a lot of people in the comments forgot that question though, especially fucking Shakespeare over here. I'm captivated by how pretty you are. I would kiss that big forehead. It's not big, just kissable is all. I'll give it to you. You're tough, I guess, twin. Shut of the year. And then there's this guy that just said, "Can I have your number, please?"
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine! No, whoa, no! That is not the shot!
That's air, bro. That's straight air. And you know, sometimes even the girls' posts get flamed. You find me attractive. Why/why not? See,
why are women going on the looks max? I mean, like, why is anybody going on this? But why are women going on the looks maxing advice?
See, a lot of these comments are just not nice. But one stood out to me. This guy said, "You look like you're offended by everything." Honestly, not a bad observation. You can't hate it. Okay, the more I dive down this subreddit, the less I believe it's actually serious. Just look at—
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it's got to be meme shit. There's probably like there is a BP community. But like, dude, a subreddit that anybody can join, bro. A lot of people are just going to join it to troll.
Some of these posts. Is it over for me? 214 male. It's been over for quite some time, Abe. 19 female. How do I improve my looks? Reincarnation, man. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it there. But, you know, message of the vid, take PP, not BP. Bye. Outro.
Wow. Next video, chat. The cut or the thumbnail of the show. The Griswold. And he'll be just standing like this, and it's like they have 15 seasons of that show. Who the fuck is watching that?
Cable forced networks to compete for your attention in a way.
Somebody is. I feel like I would love if they released the watching. Do they do that anymore or no? I feel like there was a time where they had to, or for some reason. I wish Netflix would release stats on like how well or not well shows performed. Because I guarantee you there are probably like 10 to 20 shows on Netflix that actually get hundreds of views. Like, that's it.
That streaming doesn't. And to take that one step further, today
full flops.
Shows and movies are literally designed knowing that people are not all the way paying attention to them. Netflix has leaned into what's called the second screen era, where they assume that most viewers are watching TV while scrolling their phones, cooking, or doing laundry. Hollywood writer, director, and producer Justine Bateman said, "I've heard from showrunners who are given notes from the streamers that this isn't second screen enough," which begs the question, why would someone give all of their attention to something that is only designed to be consumed with half of their attention? According to reports, Netflix execs are urging screenwriters to have characters announce their actions out loud so that viewers can follow along.
I am going on a run now. And so, yeah, no, I really think I just shot you.
Without looking at the screen. For example, we spent a day together. Lohan.
Oh my God, why did you just shoot me? You look up from your phone, you're like, oh, damn. There's a burger in Vegas.
Tells her lover James in Irish Wish, "I admit it was a beautiful day filled with dramatic vistas and romantic rain, but that doesn't give you the right to question my life choices. Tomorrow I'm marrying Paul Kennedy." "Fine," he responds. "That will be the last you see of me because after this job is over, I'm off to Bolivia to photograph an endangered tree lizard." This
so hyper specific. They had to say that, so when it flashes forward and he's in Bolivia, they're like, oh, it's because he has to photograph an endangered tree lizard. Instead of being like, oh, I don't remember why he's in Bolivia.
Over-explaining feels completely unnatural, and real people don't talk like this. It makes what should feel cinematic like a boring audiobook. And look, I'm all for casual viewing. I know a ton of my audience casually watches my videos while doing other things. But also, I cannot
do that. I will not put on a YouTube video if I'm not locked in on it.
That's personally me. I'll throw on, like, if I want to not lock into something, on a YouTube video, I'll throw on, like, an hour-long cabin survival video. You're a second screen? Oh, I know I'm a second screen. 57% of my YouTube views come from TV. You think I don't know? I'm a big second screen slop kind of guy. For my audience, at least. Half of the people watching me are half paying attention. They have the stats on that. The lowest percentage I actually think is phones. Nobody watches me on the phone. I gotta look. Maybe on the gaming channel. On my main channel, I'm gonna look right now. On my main channel, if I go to audience, wait, 20% are new viewers in the last 30 days. 20% new viewers, 39% casual, 38% regular. If I go to device type, 82% male, 15% female. 39% of my audience is between 25 and 34. That's the highest range. Device type, 55% TV, 27% mobile, 13.8% computer, and 4.2% tablet. So most people watch me on TV, phone, then computer. Also, 1% of my audience is from Sweden. Fucking shout out to the Swedish people that watch me. Never thought I'd have 1% of my audience be from Sweden. It's US, UK, Canada, Australia. Makes perfect sense. Then Sweden. I'm like, whoa. Shout out to the Swedish viewers. Then it's Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Philippines, South Africa, New Zealand, Norway, Denmark, Poland, Finland, Belgium, Romania. 0.2% of my audience is from India.
Low-budget YouTube videos that are free to watch, not multi-million-dollar films behind a paywall. I don't know about you, but when I watch a movie, I like to pay attention. By training viewers to expect...
Yeah, movies, you gotta pay attention. I think it's shows. Well, I don't know. I would say a lot of people put on shows as second screen TV. Would you guys say you put on movies as second screen TV? I would say if I'm watching a movie, I'm watching a movie. I'm locked in on a film. But a TV show I might tune in, tune out.
Content that doesn't demand their full attention, Netflix is creating an audience that's even less likely to pay attention. And the less they pay attention, the less they care about quality. And as long as they feel just entertained enough, means they likely won't cancel their subscription. It's almost like they are conditioning the perfect audience who will barely pay attention to their content or their...
I watch Dexter as second screen. Yeah, you could watch some episodes of Dexter second screen. If it's like Deb being like, you don't care about me, Dex? I have a lot of beer in the fridge, Dex. But then if it's Dexter actively fucking murdering somebody, you gotta lock in. Yeah, when Deb gets into an emotional scene, tune into TikTok. I just don't like her acting, man. They make her annoying on purpose, and she does the role very well. But it's like, oh my god. You know how it's the same thing with like Skylar White. You know how like they make Skylar White purposefully annoying? Like, it's like that. She does really well, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, I hate the character. She is having some character growth in Dexter currently, though. I'm starting to like Deb a little bit more. I can't say why, because that would be spoilers.
In the cable era, a show needed to be excellent to survive. Well, not forever, actually. This started to die in the 2000s. Once cable became the dominant form of television in America, the few companies at the top could now take advantage of their market dominance. Cable prices climbed 40% in just 6 years, jumping from about $34 in 2000 to $47 in 2006. Meanwhile, inflation only rose 14.3% in that same period. Cable companies such as Comcast, Spectrum, Dish, DirecTV, and Cox started bundling networks into giant packages with hundreds, sometimes thousands of channels. If you wanted to watch ESPN, you were forced to also buy Lifetime, QVC, the Golf Channel, MTV3, and whatever else they decided to shove into the bundle. You weren't allowed to just pick the 5 or 6 channels that you actually watched. And now, streaming companies are doing a similar tactic. They flood their platforms with new shows.
Yeah, bro, I remember we had cable TV, and we got some like free bundle when I was younger, and we had 2,000 channels. And you only watch channels like 1 through 100. So I was like, what the fuck is on the rest of these channels? You go to channel like 1,732, it's just some random shit going on.
Movies you will never watch because adding volume creates the illusion of value, justifying their increasing price. Netflix alone released 589 new Netflix originals in 2024, just slightly over its 2023 total of
589 Netflix originals, like not 589 shows or 589 individual like episodes? Netflix did not release almost 600 new shows or things.
68. There can't possibly be nearly 600 new shows and movies worth watching every year, but it's all part of the bigger plan. Every year, Netflix originals slowly take up more of their catalog, and then they license less. In 2022, over 50.
Yeah, and it's like Netflix originals can be pretty fire too, but most Netflix originals you're not watching. Like, you've heard, you know Stranger Things, you know Squid Games, but it's like, you don't know fucking some random sitcom they have casted.
80% of their catalog was originals. Now, some of these originals are good. Ozark, Queen's Gambit, Beef are just a few off the top of my head, but the rest are mostly filler. They are watering down their product to...
The Good Place is a Netflix original, and BoJack Horseman, and Big Mouth. They didn't start as originals.
Save money instead of purchasing valuable shows, because licensing the movies and TV shows you actually want to watch cost a fortune. In 2019, Netflix lost both Friends and The Office, two classic, reliable sitcoms that were some of the most watched shows on their platform, after Warner Media and NBC pulled the rights for their own services. To fill that gap, Netflix struck a massive deal to acquire Seinfeld, reportedly paying over $500 million for global streaming rights, and that's only for 5 years. So they would have to spend another fortune to keep the show. And this is the cycle we're stuck in now. Streamers don't want to pay billions to keep the classics that people actually want to watch, so they crank out repetitive, boring, low-budget originals that are literally designed for you to halfway pay attention to. Then they slowly raise the monthly price because look at all this new, fresh original.
Why is Hulu the most expensive? Hulu does have a lot of good stuff, I think. But I feel like, is that because it's Hulu without Hulu without ads? It's not ad free. This is not ad free. Oh yeah, no. Oh, you mean I'm saying this is not with ads. This is ad free. Apple TV is only $10. They don't have a lot.
Original content we're giving you, and users have been conditioned to only watch casually anyways, so they barely notice the dip in quality. Plus, that's only one streaming service. Every company with a little bit of valuable IP started their own app, and they're doing the same exact system. So now if you want a library of great shows and movies, you need to subscribe to multiple services. The average household actively uses around 4 streaming apps, and 8% even access 10 or more. That equals about $69 per month, which is just about the same price that cable was in the early 2010s when everyone jumped to streaming. Piracy is the solution to all of these problems. Piracy reached a low in 2020 with 130 billion website visits, which by the way is still a ton, but by
do you think they're gonna crack down on piracy?
2024, that number had risen to 216 billion, and it's actually incredibly simple as to why. Gabe Newell, the founder of the online video game marketplace Steam, summarized this perfectly nearly a decade ago. We think there is a fundamental misconception about piracy. Piracy is almost always a service problem and not a pricing problem. If a pirate offers a product anywhere in the world, 24/7, purchasable from the convenience of your personal computer, and the legal provider says that the product is region locked, will come to your country 3 months after the US release, and can only be purchased at a brick and mortar store, then the pirate service is more valuable. In short, convenience is key, and people are willing to pay, but why are they making it so complicated? The music industry got it right for the consumer. They created something so
Oh, that's true. There's competitors, but I really do think, like, I don't have a problem with Spotify. I understand, like, what is it? Like, I buy Duo. How much is Duo? Because I pay for me and Brooks. It's like, what, like $12? It's like 12 or 15 a month or some shit. I don't know what it is. I think it's 15. But it's like way cheaper to have Duo than Solo. What the fuck is Duo? You get 2 accounts of premium. But it's like, I think that's worth it, you know? Because you're basically getting unlimited. The streaming service solution to music is only upsides. Because if you remember prior to Spotify, Apple Music, all that, you had to buy the songs on iTunes. Like, you were paying $1 a song, $1.50 a song. So if you had like 200 songs you liked, oh, you were fucking spending a bag to listen to that shit. Like, it was expensive. Now, yeah, you pay, you don't own the music, but it's like, dude, you're paying way less than you used to.
Simple that it wasn't even necessary to pirate music anymore. At its peak, Napster had nearly 80 million registered users downloading and sharing music for free. By the mid-2000s, sites like LimeWire and BitTorrent were handling billions of illegal downloads every year. Year over year, music revenue sales were dropping, and the music industry executives were convinced it was because of piracy. That's when Spotify, Apple Music, and other music streaming services came around to essentially make the Netflix of music. However, these services are better because there is no exclusivity. No matter what service you pay for, you will have access to basically the same exact music as any other.
The only thing is you don't really get remixes on Spotify, which does annoy me. YouTube has that, Spotify doesn't. Spotify has like all mainstream shit. They don't really have like underground, like unless you upload it specifically to Spotify. It's like more rare.
One monthly price and nearly every song and album ever made. Now, this isn't necessarily all good. This has devalued music incredibly.
That's false as fuck. They don't have a lot of the remixes that I look for. A lot of slowed down shit.
Incredibly, and artists get fractions of a penny per
like an Aura song.
Stream, but unfortunately the customer doesn't care because the service is better for them. But we might be at a tipping point with music streaming services because Spotify is seemingly taking a page out of Netflix playbook and prioritizing their own music over licensed music. But the problem is it's AI generated, but that's a whole different video. Compared to now, it seems like in the early 2010s, streaming services had it right. All they had to do was not change. Piracy was at an all-time low in the early 2010s because it was safer, easier, and not a financial burden to just pay for the content you wanted to watch. Now, there are always going to be people who simply don't want to or can't pay. This is extremely common with pay-per-view events. For many years, Dana White and the UFC waged war against sites like crack streams, trying to convince everyone that he would get them shut down.
You kind of stirred the pot a little bit with the piracy, the online streamers. They want to come after you and give this thing away. So,
I will say pirated versions of UFC fights are generally lower quality and fail a lot. I think it does make sense to just buy a UFC fight with your friends. Like, solo, you can't really reason buying a UFC fight, but like, if you're with like 10 of your friends, just each spend like $4, and then you get to watch the fucking pay-per-view.
Any regret? It kind of made me stir the pot a little bit.
I'm glad you asked me about that because we got one. We got him. We're watching this guy right now. All you have to do is turn it on Saturday, and we got you. I can't wait. Turn it on Saturday, streamers, and see what happens.
Nothing happened. 4 years later, and you could watch any UFC fight crystal clear HD on a handful of different free streaming sites. Dana eventually realized he was losing the battle with illegal pay-per-view streamers, and to everyone's surprise, he actually made a deal that benefits the consumer now. In 2026, all UFC events will air exclusively on Paramount networks in the United States. That means in 2026, all UFC events will air exclusively on Paramount networks in the United States. That means 13 marquee numbered events and 30...
All of them? How much did Paramount pay for that? $7 billion. $7 billion. Oh my God. Wow, I was going to say that shit ain't cheap. You're getting all of the UFC?
Fight networks in the United States. That means 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights will air via Paramount Plus. For $13 per month, you can get all the UFC events and all of Paramount's content ad-free. This is actually...
Wow, that is so fucking crazy, dude.
A monumental shift. For the first time ever,
$7 billion.
Fans will have access to the fights at the lowest cost in history. But it's not all positive. Some suspect that this is the beginning of the UFC resorting to basically all the exact issues I have already raised with streaming services. Once the UFC moves fully to a streaming platform, they've got your money locked in, whether the card...
But then how do fighters get cuts at pay-per-view? Because don't main card fighters get a base salary for the fight, and then they also get a cut of the pay-per-view earnings? So how does that happen? like the views.
Card is stacked with superstars or filled with nobodies. That pressure to deliver massive must-see events disappears
McGregor was the last fight to get pay-per-view percentage. Is that true?
overnight. And honestly, that's already been happening in the past couple years. The storytelling is basically non-existent. Cards are bloated with fighters nobody cares about. Their upcoming talent pool is getting less impressive and exciting. But now the cost of 13...
It is less. I do see a lot of people say what is it, Dagestan? Like all those guys coming out of there are like boring to watch. I don't know. I'm not like an avid UFC watcher. I'll watch like big cards that I'm hype about for like fighters I want to see. But a lot of people say like wrestler UFC fighters are really boring. But it's like it's a part of the game. You know, it's UFC, it's MMA, it's mixed martial arts. It's not just boxing and fucking high, you know, spin kicks and knocking people the fuck out. Like a lot of it's going to be grappling. I will agree though. When you're hyped for a main card and then you wait 3 hours for the main card to start and they're just hugging each other on the floor for fucking the entirety of the fight, it's not fun to watch, but it's like, it's a part of the sport. You know, you have to like that. You have to, that's more of an acquired taste in fighting, is watching guys like live in the clinch versus dudes that just strike and knock each other the fuck out.
marquee events is roughly the same price as one pay-per-view. So as long
it's like the chess match part of it. It's like it's different from just like full power swinging.
as you get one good card per year, it's technically worth.
I like grappling. I like a mixture. I like when it's like some dude that's really good at grappling and then also a guy that's good at grappling but also like, you know, striking, and then you have them try to get out and play towards their expertise. It does suck when it's literally just like they live in a clinch and nothing happens and they just throw like elbows.
Worth the subscription. They quite literally just cheapened their product, so we should expect the quality to decrease even more. Also, fighters have traditionally been paid based on pay-per-view points, meaning if the card sold well, they got paid well. Once that model disappears, the UFC has to raise base pay for their top
Oh, see, that answers my question.
stars just to keep them happy. That makes those stars more expensive to book, so to save money, the UFC will inevitably have them fight less. Fewer high-profile matchups, more watered-down fight nights, and a whole lot of filler. Fans will pay less, but they also will get less. All of these companies across the entire entertainment industry, besides music, kinda, have overcomplicated their model of delivering content to customers for the sole purpose of squeezing every last dollar out of the end user. I believe most people are good people, and I don't think anyone expects to get quality entertainment for free. We were in a good sweet spot in the 2010s, but greed ruined it. Now the costs are higher, the content is worse, and the convenience is gone. I've canceled nearly all of
It'll revert. It has to. Because there's a level of like, not even like capitalism, but there's a level of like competition where if it gets too expensive and they don't have a good like portfolio of shit, people are just going to stop buying it. Those companies fail. That catalog of stuff goes to another company. They might hike their prices, but it'll still be a better deal overall. Like, it sucks, but it's going to be an up and down. It's hills.
my subscriptions or reduced to just the ad tier because I just don't watch as much. And I know I'm not alone. When the system no longer respects the consumer finds another way. That's why piracy doesn't feel like stealing anymore. It feels like the logical solution.
Do you think this will have UFC fighters leave? What, and go to a different fighting league? Because Dana's still probably paying them more than anybody else. So probably not. All right. Chat, we have just...
Lack of freedom. Dude, he's actually so good at this. No, it's actually a problem. He's making it so they're on his side.
He's swaying people's hands towards child labor. He's that good. He's that good at speaking.
Let's talk about the environment. Our city's carbon footprint has become a serious problem. Fortunately, though, we've created a simple solution to cut climate change by 40%.
Everybody has to start breathing in their own farts.
Replace most roads with bike-only lanes to force residents to stop driving cars.
And lose weight.
And lose weight.
Amazing perk right there, that's for sure.
It says to force. Like, I'm all for adding more bike lanes, but like whole roads is quite a bit.
The major roads we're talking about are basically like Jamboree.
Yeah, I mean, like a road, for example, like Jamboree, you know?
What about the dragons on Jamboree?
Dragging my balls across your face, say that, say that.
No, you can't just get him to say anything, though. I feel like that's going to start a fight.
I've always seen dragons on Jamboree. Have you seen the dragons?
Real dragons.
I would take the penalty. I would take the penalty.
Flying dragons? He's seen
I would be like, give me a -1.
them too.
I'm not saying that to that guy. That guy will kill me.
He's seen them.
I don't think they're gonna say that. That is absurd.
They're playing jokes. We're playing jokes.
So what if you gotta get to somewhere and I'm in my car now? This is only for bikes. How do I get there?
You would dismount from the vehicle and you would mount the bike.
Huh.
Go back to dragons. Did you say dragons? Let's go back to dragons, sir. You said dragons, right?
Yes, I want to make sure that we are looking into that.
Okay.
Say dragging my balls across your face.
You can't keep prompting him. You can't keep prompting him to say it.
Bike initiative. If we're gonna have a pro-bike initiative,
okay.
I'm just thinking that, you know, because I mean the helmets are not gonna help against dragons.
Say it, Justin. Drag my balls across your face.
Spitting animals, and when they spit fire, I mean, you know, you agree, right? You know, with the dragons.
The dragons?
Obviously, yes.
Okay. I like that. I haven't seen one yet.
Dragging my balls across your face?
Yo! We have positive changes for parents and married couples.
This one's insane. No, this one's actually insane. They're about to get mad.
Okay, what he did do that diverted the danger was he looked at his friend and said it. You know, you didn't say it to the guy. Because if you said it to the guy, that'd be scary.
Could be good.
A 50% rent increase for single mothers.
What?
Basically, the idea here is it will
Incentivizes single mothers to find relationships.
Incentivize mothers to stay inside their relationship.
Oh, it's not their fault the guys leave.
Yeah, or he's abusive, or let me incentivize you to stay with your abusive man, but we'll lower your rent. No.
It doesn't matter. The father's going to end up paying for it anyway.
I like that one.
I think it's a horrible idea to punish single parents.
It would just be single mothers, not single parents. This will encourage women to stop cheating and prioritize their family.
Definitely.
Room's getting silent right now. You see the chairs creaking. This is where it gets like, you know, that level of awkwardness where like you can't sit still. That's like everybody just started fucking like fidgeting in their seat.
What psychologist did you hire to do this?
I'll need something to throw at you.
Seriously?
Why don't let's just keep it going then. What do we think? Yes, no?
No.
We'll take that as a yes. No, yes, yes. We'll take it as a yes.
No.
No?
I heard some yeses in the back.
Okay, my bad. I mispulled. I did hear a few yeses in the back, so I just...
Okay, raise your hand for no. No.
Who's a yes, though?
Hey, I'm not seeing some hands being raised. I'll take that abstinence as a yes.
Do we have any yeses? Any standout yeses?
No.
Okay, must have been the wind. All right.
We have new entertainment planned for our city. This is our beautiful city, but one thing it's lacking is real fun. So we came up with a new entertainment zone everyone will love. Introducing the Urban Hunting Reserve.
What are we hunting?
Why does that look like the Roman Colosseum?
Dragons.
No, but for real, is that really like a designated hunting area?
Say, you'll see on the next slide.
Yeah, it would be a designated hunting. I'm sure if we go to the next slide, we can read more about a fun zone where you can import and hunt any animals in a large 20-acre wildlife reserve.
We have
What, and then shoot them? That's actually what, like, Russian oligarchs do. We're gonna ship in animals and then fucking gun them down?
Hunting out in the forest, we just thought we'd bring it to the inner city, so it's like it's more
No,
readily
it's a
available.
horrible idea.
You can hunt robotic animals.
Robotic.
Lame. That don't give you buck fever. You ain't ever had buck fever before, boy. You ever kill a 10-point buck? You're sitting there. Shaking when you kill him.
Animals, I think that's probably still 10 years out. Let me see.
Shelter animals that go unadopted will be the main supply here to keep the business booming.
What? Hunting dogs?
Not hunting dogs, hunting shelter animals that go unadopted.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Pretty much.
You actually could have gotten some people behind this right up until then. That's like the hook. That's like the hook, line, sinker right there. We're gonna throw in golden retrievers that don't get adopted.
Free game. Free Elo.
Absolutely not.
And look, no, see. And then this is what you do. Then it motivates people to stop getting dogs they won't take care of. And it'll also promote adoption rates from people that don't want these dogs to get shot in cold blood in the Roman Coliseum that we're going to erect right outside of Anaheim, California. So it's going to do two things, right? It's going to reduce overpopulation in sheltered in animal shelters, and it's going to increase people taking care of their dogs.
I think it's more about
You got to stand on it. He has to defend it.
giving them a last stand, because these specifically shelter animals that go unadopted, we're talking about ones that are literally, they're about to be put down because they've been in the shelter.
Just put them down, don't chase them down and hunt them.
But it's giving them like one last chance to run around.
One last chance to run around. They can frolic in the flowers before some rich guy with a fucking bolt-action sniper rifle takes him down.
No, this is
We'll take this one as a no. We understand. Thank you, guys. With the exception of dragons.
with the exception.
Unless the dragon came from a shelter, then
We'll take this feedback. This is great feedback. Disabled people need help more than ever. We all know the blue handicap spots help those with disabilities. But what about the new spot colors for other groups with unique challenges? Introducing pink parking spots.
And it's wider than a regular one.
I've seen parking spots for pregnant ladies. Is it like that?
It's just confusing. What is it supposed to represent again?
I think it's parking spots for women only.
There you go. There you go.
These spaces will be 40% wider than normal spots to prevent parking accidents.
Brilliant.
It's very rooted in.
Women do get in more car accidents, but men get in more fatal car accidents. Women are more likely to get in fender benders, like a small rolling a stop sign, you hit somebody like right at a curb. Men get into 80-mile-an-hour deadly car crashes.
Stats.
This is great. So this sounds like a yes.
This sounds like a unanimous yes.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, no?
It's a joke. Completely no.
Mixed bag of opinions.
What makes you think no on this one? Sorry.
It's a joke. You're kidding.
I think it's genuinely very helpful. Kind of like she said, we have specifically pregnant women spots, but if we had just general woman-only spots that are
Dude, I don't know how they got out of this one.
Bro.
This one was misogynistic.
Exactly. This next one's about to be insane. There's no way they say yes to the next one. There's no way.
It's just for parking.
And don't worry, we didn't forget about another group facing their own parking hurdles. Introducing golden parking spots.
Oh, that is so racist. Oh my God.
Oh! Is that for the Asians?
Oh my God, there's an Asian guy in the fucking audience. Stop.
No, I was gonna say it before he brought this up. I'm like excited.
It does indeed look like that is.
Oh wow, that is.
No, that looks totally like me, man.
Stop.
Sir in the front, would you like this parking spot?
Oh my God.
Sir in the front, would you like this parking spot?
Oh, definitely.
So yeses. Yeses on these, pink and yellow.
So that sounds like yeses all around.
Yeses all around?
Yeah, give him
All right, guys, thank you. Please raise your hand
They're going to get a few hands. I feel like they did way better.
if you support our new
Their presentation was as hard, but he defended it well.
city plans and want to see them passed.
Don't tell me.
What? Yeah, I'd like 4 or 5.
What the fuck?
Cool. Thank you guys so much.
And no laughs.
4 people raise their hand.
Really great having you guys, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good job. Sorry I interrupted you.
Oh, you're all good, man. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Have a good one, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's cameras.
There's no fucking way we just lost. All right, JD
Oh, they could say there's cameras just to record it.
and I got
For whatever quality purposes.
negative 2 hands. You guys got 4 hands.
That was insane.
Yes! So JD and I are going to be doing the terrible mystery punishment, which is the 4-hour gauntlet.
What is that?
What the is that? Before we get into the punishment, if you guys haven't, please hit the subscribe button. We want to.
So now in another video, they have to do a 4-hour gauntlet. Video idea, do the offensive presentation, put the majority of the audience as imposters who will agree to any idea and see the real people's reactions. Oh my God. What a fucking good idea. Get a bunch of absurd shit, have like 80% of the people just be like, yeah, no, I fuck with that. That's a good idea. And just see if like the people like fold. The problem is if they did that, there's going to be people that just go along with the pack and then they're going to seem like shitty fucking people.
Board tests like the PSAT and AP test.
Yeah, it's also fucking gaining info on you, dude. I remember taking the PSAT. Oh my God. They would give you like a fucking 9-page quiz on your fucking life. Were your mom and your dad in your life? What education did they receive? What job do they currently hold? Blah, blah, blah. It's like gathering info on you to try and like pinpoint like just groups of people of like, oh, if your parents happen to be college grads, this is going to associate like to you having a higher test score or something like that.
If you do well enough on the PSAT, you can get full rides to some state colleges. I did that for ASU, by the way. Cha-ching. One of my best
PSAT, you get full rides. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
best friends.
But you have to do really well on the PSAT to get a full ride.
A egregious example of a student who gets extra time and really shouldn't. We took 12 AP classes together. He was always a top 3 scorer in class, yet on test day, he gets 50% more time. For AP tests, timing is what makes them hard. Like I get another 10% correct if I had enough time. And this is proven, by the way. So math.
Yeah, AP tests actually, more time is useful. AP tests, you're fucking, dude, you get like 5 minutes, dude. Answer a question. Move on.
Mathematically, your score goes up by like an average of, it's like 5 to 7, something like that, if you get 50% more time. Just being able to review your answers on math questions with more time, you can just take the answers, the multiple choice answers, and reverse engineer them to find them out. You have more time to do that. You can guess and check. On reading questions, you get more time to like really study the material. I want to be...
Dude, I remember I got a 650 on both. I remember like usually when if you have an SAT, you could get a max of 800 points on reading and 800 math. And usually like some people are better at one than the other. I got dead even. I remember I got 650 on both.
Absolutely clear. My friend does not have ADHD or any other medical need for extra time. He does, however, have a prescription for Adderall, which he sells. So look, I mean, this is...
Are you allowed to take Adderall? Like, is that... Dude, I feel like that's kind of like not cheating. Like, if you don't have a prescription for Adderall, wouldn't taking Adderall and then walking into the SAT kind of be like cheating?
The shit we're seeing, bro. It's like
a performance-enhancing drug.
Boots on the ground, students are seeing this unfair application of the rules. You mentioned if someone has a story about ADHD to message you on Discord. I'm late, but I'm 29 and I was diagnosed with ADHD, dyslexia, and auditory processing issue when I was 13 or 14. Okay, had to go doctors when I was 8. My family was in a situation where they could afford the evaluation. Even after getting my diagnosis, it took longer to get meds, and my high school admission wouldn't let me take honors or AP classes because of disabilities. This is an example of a person I wanted to include who was like, they legitimately have it, and this whole cheating around it has made it harder for them to get legitimate belief. When I have mentioned that I have my learning disability, I get 1 of 3 responses. 1, people say, yeah, I think I am too. People tell me, no, I'm not, because I
Oh my God.
don't act like someone with a disability. Or 3, how did you get your diagnosis so I can get meds? I agree they're overdiagnosed, and it's frustrating because now people think where I am because I faked my symptoms. There are always people in school that try to buy it and get meds somehow, but I feel like now it feels like it's everywhere. Sorry, I rambled. Well, you have ADHD, so don't worry about it. Anyway, this is what we're seeing. It's crazy. And on top of this, there's been an increase, not just in like this structural wealthy advantage where you get more time if you can lean on a psychologist, but there's been an increase in the SAT of actual cheating, like legitimate straight up cheating. Now, when I was a kid, a movie came out called The Perfect Score.
Dude, especially with like AI and shit now, I feel like there's gotta be like different ways people cheat. Like when I took the SAT, the most you could do is have like formulas pre-booked into your TI-84. Like your calculator, you could like pre-prepare, like you could pre-cook in certain shit. Somebody use AI glasses to cheat? Yeah, maybe like meta glasses. That's so obvious. I feel like meta AI, bro. You pull up your own Ray-Bans. Hey, why are you wearing those? Oh, I'm sensitive to light. Hey, Meta. Sorry. Hey, Meta.
15 people, 8 hours to make 100 items. How many hours will it take 6 people working at the same rate to make half as many items?
Dude, it's like Impossible.
3 little letters.
And it's all about how a bunch of students hate the SAT so much they decide to steal the answers from the college board. They sneak in, steal the answers to try and...
Well, that's the... I remember, dude, you could get into, like, the real, like, nitty-gritty stuff. The SAT's different, obviously, every time you take it. But there's certain SATs that, like, tend to be easier than others. Is that still the way that it is now, chat? I have no idea. I remember when I took that shit, it was like they have like there was like 4 seasons of SATs. Like you could take an SAT in like October or something. And there's like certain dates that it's like, I think it was like October and like June were like the ideal dates to take the SAT.
And I remember watching this as I saw this in theaters and I was like,
yeah, I remember people saying fall, like October was the best.
Damn, that sounds great. Well,
just react and don't talk. Oh, sorry.
Nowadays, you don't even have to do that because the SAT has gone digital and people are finding much easier ways to cheat than what you need with Captain America, when you need for a movie, dude. As of March 2024, this is relatively recently, the SAT switched from being only paper to now digital. And it turned—
Oh, you fuckers. Are you serious? SAT offered digitally? Yo, colleges got to stop using this shit to fucking invite people. I would be cheating on that. No problem. What? What's that shit? Lockdown, bro. Yo, you took a test. Y'all remember COVID, bro? Motherfuckers, it was so easy to cheat. It was so easy to cheat, and then teachers found lockdown browser. Lockdown browser was like a nightmare. Yo, actually, I'd be taking a fucking a asynchronous class in college. Hey, we use the lockdown browser for all our exams. Lockdown browser records all of your I had a 2-monitor setup. It fucking blanks, turns off your fucking left monitor. I'm so serious. Lockdown browser is like a cop standing right next to you while you're fucking taking the test. It turns off my left monitor, records my screen, has your camera and your mic rolling, and you have to do like a test. You have to like film yourself before you start it.
From being only paper,
that shit was terrible,
to now digital. And it turns out once the SAT is administered on laptops and you can bring your own laptop, people have found many, many, many ways to cheat. And not only to cheat, but to steal the questions out of
the environment checks. Yeah, you'd have to go like this. You'd have to go and like you'd have to show everything around you. I'm like, dude, there's guaranteed people that have like a friend or like some sort of notebook just like sitting, and they do the environment check and just like happen to leave like a small segment out.
The testing and get it out to the public. For example, time zone cheating. People take the test in one time zone.
I would tape paper on my screen. Oh my God. Yo, because you don't have to show your monitor. You have sticky notes all over your monitor.
Upload the questions, and people in a later time zone have all the answers before they're...
You're taking a test with lockdown browser using Meta AI glasses. Doo-doo-doo. It starts beeping white. You're like recording, getting fed answers.
Test begins. This is happening. Sites in China are selling test questions. So people get money from uploading real legitimate questions, and you can find them. I checked it out.
Oh, sorry. Before I start this lockdown browser, I'm just letting you know, I have a grandma named Meta that I always have to talk to. Hey, Meta, are you okay? I was just wondering, do you know how many cells tend to be in the human body?
It wasn't that hard to find. I was able to find this in no time. These are SAT exams. These are questions you can find online.
Wait, I kind of want to try and do one of these.
These are SAT exams.
Oh, fuck. Wait, lock in. Real quick, I zone in. I'm telling you, I get it right. Based on the text, how would the author of text 2 most likely describe the view presented in text 1? No, never mind. I'm over it. That just brought me back. That brought me back to me taking the SAT during Prime Fortnite and just getting off track in my brain nonstop and being like, oh, fuck. Just zone out, dude. That was the worst. The math portion was so much easier to lock in This shit, dude, you're going, the California Department of Water Resources reports that agriculture accounts for 29% of all water use during a wet year. During a dry year, the figure more than doubles, claiming a staggering 61%. In contrast, urban water use ranges from 8% during a wet year to 11%. No, oh my God, it's the most boring shit ever.
SAT tutors have sounded the alarm. It is a multi-year breach of active...
It's B. Wait, you guys are just doing it while I pause?
The testing in the room has gotten
Meta
even more advanced. So I found my old TI-83 graphic. That's how old...
TI-83, holy shit, Brandon Ewing.
Old I have an 83, not an 84. It says Brandon Ewing on the back. I found this. I pulled this out. This is the exact one
I don't even know if I have my TI-84 anymore. That's like a thing you keep because you're like, oh, that's an expensive ass calculator. But I'm like, when am I ever going to need that?
Used when I took the SAT. Well, nowadays, you can buy one of these. You can hollow it out and change the inside software to ChatGPT.
Bro,
and then you can buy this shit on eBay for $349. And it looks like a TI-84, but it has AI in it. And you can use it to solve your fucking problems. The level of cheating is getting absurd, dude.
Well, and it used to, here's the thing, bro, like, it could show the work now, too. That was, like, the hardest thing, was, like, classes like physics, on, like, homework, you can't just write an answer. You have to you would have to hand in your notebook, and you would have to show your work, like, how you arrived at that versus just the answer. And now AI, it enables you to show that as well. Like, earlier cheating when I was in high school, you could look up the answer, but it wouldn't tell you how to do it.
So much.
So you couldn't just write down like 34. Like, you had to know, you had to be like, why is it that?
Cheating is now going on in the SAT, the digital change, that non-students have now been banned from taking it. This is true. So many people, you know, primarily because the profit you can get from selling at the Chinese websites, were taking the SAT for fun and then stealing the questions. And they have now banned everyone but students from taking it. They're trying to crack down. It's a war that's tough to do, but that's what they're trying to do. You know, to sum all this.
Unless you're a student, you're not able to take the SAT anymore. Bro, that like gets rid of the funnest fucking fantasy football punishment. You get last in fantasy, you have to go fucking take the SAT. Yeah. Dude, the funniest shit was like the video of like a grown ass man, he's like 35 walking into a high school to go take an SAT. And then it's like, the way you make it better is if you get last in fantasy, you have to go take the SAT. And if you get below a certain score, you have to do another punishment.
What's up, man? I want
so
you to
like
know
there's motivation to actually try.
that, like, if you are somebody who feels like this feels unfair to you, that you are a regular person who's getting pushed around by either unwillingness to cheat or wealth and power or wealthier schools, you should simply do what these guys did in the movie, which is don't cheat, but be super hot and end up as superheroes. Because that's what they did. They just, the end of the perfect score is they decide not to cheat. The whole movie, they steal the answers and they throw them away. Then they get a bad score and then they become... It's simple. It's a simple solution. If you have more stories of this and you're watching this on Big A Clips, leave it in the comments. I'm interested in finding out what your lived experience.
Bro, this was an interesting ass video, genuinely. Well, let me move back over. As a law student, I can 100% confirm disability comms are getting egregiously abused, or grievously abused. I was shocked walking into the first final, that of my 90+ person torts section, there were less than 50 people in the room with me when I took my final. The rest, never half the class at a good ranking law school with pretty strict admission criteria. Yeah, it's also like, it's like, how is that allowed? Like, like, especially for something like a bar or like a big law school exam, like, you can't have half the class be getting more fucking time. All right, chat, count me down. How rich kids cheat the SAT. This is Big A. This is H. Riak. He's also a streamer, but I think this is a really interesting topic he's going to talk about, so.
I want to talk about SAT cheating, a rising scandal. Parents are fuming
I have to move my camera.
About other people's kids getting extra time on the SAT. Now,
was extra time cheating technically? I knew a guy, dude, I knew a guy that I grew up with, went to middle school with, went to high school with. We're in the SAT room. He goes, yo, I will pay you $100 to this smart guy in my class. He goes, I'll pay you $100 if I could sit behind you. And you just kind of move your test score sheet to the left a little bit. Dude did it, cheated on the whole fucking SAT, got a 1350. Proctor didn't fucking see shit. I was watching it happen. Like, I'm taking the SAT, I look over, and he's just like full copying this kid's answers. That's insane.
I'd heard tell of this through other articles and other news stories throughout the years, but this one was really specific. Parents have reached a break.
That's loser shit. Bro, people cheat on the SAT all the time. The problem is if you cheat on the SAT and you get caught, ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. Like, it's the risk outweighs the reward. Just take the SAT. What is the SAT? A U.S. standardized test that is centralized around reading, comprehension, writing, and math. And it is a metric that is used to determine how smart you are in some ways, as well as whether or not you'll get into colleges and scholarships. More colleges don't use it now, but a lot of colleges still do. It's the SAT, and then what's the other one? What's the other one that uses science? I never took the other one. Is it the ACT? Yeah, the ACT I never took. The ACT is out of like 30-something or some shit. The SAT, you get a score up to 1,600. 1,600's perfect. You get a minimum of 400. I took it 3 times, never studied. First one, I got an 1120. Then I got like a 1,200, and I took it one more time. I got a 1,300 flat. And I remember the day before I took it, I didn't study, but I was asking this guy that did well on the SAT what he did. He was like, wake up, take a cold shower, and eat almonds. I was like, okay. And it worked.
They're extremely angry. And so I decided to look a little more into it. Now, before I go on, I have to give a warning. Warning, 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 warning. This is for commenters and chatters. Whatever you have, ADHD, anxiety, IBS, I believe that it's real. I'm not calling whatever you've been diagnosed with not real. I am saying that there is a strong bit of evidence that wealthier students are exaggerating, faking, or using this stuff to get it.
Yeah, they're lying. Like, out of 20 people that have extra time on the SAT, only like 10 of them actually have ADHD or some sort of need to actually get extra time. Like, that's annoying. I get you needing it if you actually have, ADHD. But there are people that, yeah, I could see that. Getting their parents to, like, somehow get a written note from a doctor that it says they need this, but in reality, they really don't. That, or they're, like, going to the doctors and kind of, like, they're, like, faking it so they get, like, the capability to get extra time. I'm not, in hindsight now, I don't dislike it. Like, if you need extra time, you need extra time. If I'm being honest, when I was in high school, there was a kid in my class that had ADHD, and during finals and the SAT, he would get like 30 minutes extra time, and I fucking hated him for it. I remember being so annoyed. I remember being like, you lucky fuck. Like, I was mad. I remember being mad. I remember being like, why do you get extra time? And I don't. Now I'm like, well, he has ADHD, so, But I also knew the guy, and I think he was one of the rich kids that kind of maybe tipped the scales a little bit.
So let's go into it. The SAT, an important test for college admissions here in America. And what's interesting is, on the SAT, you have a certain allotted amount of time to take the test. And that is how it's used to be standard.
Somebody in chat just said, I fake dyslexia, and now I get extra time. How did you fake dyslexia?
It's a standardized aptitude test. People, over time, have claimed that because of certain conditions like anxiety.
Bro, where should I move my camera? I'm going to move on the left. This is going to be a rare Joe Bart left side reaction.
Or ADHD or irritable bowel syndrome, that they need more time. They need 50% more time or double the time, or they need extra bathroom.
Double? I'm not even going to lie, bro. I finished most SAT segments well before the time was up. I think they give you, I'm saying like non-ADHD people with ADHD. Like, I think if you don't have a mental disorder, you have more than enough time. It like a 20-minute segment, I'm finishing that shit in like 12. And then I sit there and just wait because I'm not allowed to move on. I remember, bro, because when you take the SAT, you're not in your school necessarily. Like, you could take the SAT. I took 3 SATs. 2 of them I took at my school, and 1 of them I took at another school. And when you're taking it, it's people from all over your area. It's just like an SAT test zone. So, like, if you take it at your school, yeah, most of the people in your room are going to be from your class, but there's going to be a lot of people that are from other places. And I was this is the second SAT I had. I remember I was a sophomore, and this kid that walks in, bro, he had to be like 11 years old, swear to God. He walks in with with a folder and a calculator, and I'm like, yo, this kid's gonna fucking fail this shit. He's like some young Sheldon ass. Yo, but I don't think he was even like, I don't think he was like a kid prodigy. I think his parents just wanted him to like get the SAT down. So like when he was in high school, he'd be really good. Because you could just like infinitely take it. So like most people take it like once. Like he's probably going to take it every fucking 3 months for years. You've said this before? Yeah, bro. And he sat right in front of me. And I remember I would pay $200 right now to know what that kid got. Because there's no part of me. I know he had to have gotten like an 800. Like, bro, he had to be in like 5th grade. He had to be in like 5th fucking grade. There's no way you're doing well. Just turn your face cam off. We don't want to see your ugly balding ass. All right.
At like a community college or a non-wealthy high school or whatever, of people taking the SAT with these accommodations, having these problems, is 2.7%. Less than 3 out of 100 are diagnosed with these issues that require special accommodation. But one thing you'll notice is if you start looking at the wealthier and more successful schools, like Amherst College, that
oh my God, is it like way higher?
Number jumps up to 34%.
2.7 to 34%. Yeah, motherfuckers are paying to have ADHD. Motherfuckers are fucking lying about that. What? 34% of the students need extra time? There's no way.
At like Brown, it's 22%. Cornell, it's 25%. And at Stanford, the most egregious in the country, Stanford, by the way, probably because they also give special dorm room accommodations if you have a disability, which means you can get a single room instead of a double. You don't have to.
Oh, you can get a single room as a freshman if you have like a need to. Yeah, whenever you put that in place, there's going to be people that fucking scam the system.
Roommate. 38% of students at Stanford right now have a disability. Officially diagnosed disability. Over a third are saying they have a disability that allows them to get extra time on a test, a special room. And what's interesting is all evidence suggests that these disabilities should be more prevalent among people who are financially struggling, because the idea of like stressors, nutrition access, all that stuff should be higher. But it's the inverse. You see them appear way more often among wealthy students. This guy's from Stanford. He's saying half of his class gets to take their test in the accommodations room and get extra time. So the graph is insane, and it's rising so.
Yeah, you're a fucking Stanford student.
Fast.
You're at an Ivy League, and half of your class is fucking getting extra time
in recent years.
There's just no way.
Now you may have heard about something similar to this.
It takes up space. It takes up space for people that actually have one. Yeah, no, that's fucking annoying as shit. Like, you actually have ADHD. You are struggling and need more time, and then you're sitting next to 3 jackasses that are just fucking scamming the system, so they're able to fucking make more money. Or not make more money, get more time. And therefore make more money because they want to go to an Ivy League.
Scandal back in 2019. This kind of went viral. There was a Netflix movie about it. It was mostly about college admissions, though. This is like the Lori Loughlin, dozens of parents got.
Oh my God, the fucking paying for good SAT scores. Yo, your kid got to be a fucking stupid ass idiot. You have a stupid fucking son for you have to pay a shitload of money to an SAT proctor to give your kid a good fucking score or give him the right answers. Your kid's a brick. Right? What are we doing? Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, if you're a rich ass, I make good money. If my kid's a fucking dork and he sucks at taking the SAT, tough shit, right? You suck at taking the SAT. I'm not going to fucking pay somebody $100,000 so you could fucking get into Harvard. All right. You're a bum. You shouldn't go to Harvard. right? That's what the fucking mindset should be, right? You don't have the accolades, the experience, or the intelligence to go to Harvard, so you're not going to Harvard. What is with this weird rich person mentality of being like, I need to pay for my kid to be in the best college and have the best education and have the best. Yeah, you want your kid to do well, but if your kid sucks at the fucking SAT, let him suck, right? Fucking silver spoon ass. You're just handing him everything instantly. What are we fucking doing?
They focused mainly on the fake admissions, creating a fake sport your kid played and like hiring whatever, all that stuff. That was the big story. But under the radar was a lot of what we're seeing come to the surface now with regards to test concessions and test accommodations. This is from the depositions. This is from the released depositions of these trials, okay? So this is a recorded taped phone call between this guy selling accommodations and this woman who's a mom. She goes, thanks for taking the time earlier today. I'm particularly interested in working with you guys and figuring out what's best for my daughter. She's an interesting kid. I'm sure you've seen them all. But this notion of going in, flying out to LA, sitting with your proctor and taking the exam is pretty interesting. Now, what they're doing is they're creating a separate testing site with a special proctor who is extremely accommodating, if not helping cheat. And these students can fly out and take the test there in this special quiet room.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. Dude, your SAT proctor should be the equivalent of a substitute teacher. They should be sitting there, walking around, and just hawking over you. That's it. Like, if you go, oh, I have a question, can't help you, I actually don't know. Right, like you should hire SAT proctors that don't know how to take the SAT, because then they can't help you. Then it's like, oh, there's no way they're even able to give you the answers or feed you anything.
A home run of home runs,
yeah, SAT proctors, as all SAT proctors should have to have taken the SAT when they were in high school and gotten an 800.
It works.
That way, if you cheat off them, then you're probably going to do worse than if you actually just took it.
Every time. Talks about how you have to appeal to get the accommodation. So what we'll do is, I need you to tell your daughter that when she gets tested, to be as stupid.
Oh my God. Is this real? They're saying when she goes to get tested for like ADHD or something, literally just like purposefully get everything wrong.
To not be as smart as she is. The goal is to be slow, to be not as bright. All that we show discrepancies. They have this plan where people are faking. They are faking some kind of thing in order to get, and they have to pay. This is a leaked combo. This is a leaked combo, yes. You have to pay money. So it's like $4,000-$5,000. And if they don't get it from one psychologist, they just go to the next one. They are just going.
I mean, yeah, dude, but people do that all the time with shit. People doctor hop all the time until they hear the answer they want to hear. Like, I get you going to like multiple sources to see. Bro, did you see the one fucking video of the woman that said she had like phantom like fucking bipolar disorder or some shit? And she was like, I've been to 20 doctors and they all tell me I don't have it. And I'm like, that means you don't have it, right? Like, somebody find that video. Maybe it wasn't BPD, but she said she had something. She was like, I have phantom blank. And she was like, I've been to doctors and they all tell me I don't have it. And it's like, oh, probably because you don't have it. Like, what? Like, it was autism? Oh my God, yeah, she said she had autism. She said she had phantom autism. Or no, it wasn't phantom. It was a Schrodinger's autism. She said she had Schrodinger's autism. And she said that she's autistic, but every time that she goes and gets a doctor to look at her, then she's no longer autistic. I go, what? Like, I get you could go to a doctor. You could actually have autism, go to a doctor, and then them tell you don't. Go to another one, they tell you do. But if you've been to like 15, 20 doctors and they all say you're not autistic, newsflash, you're not autistic. That's the real thing, right? It's just like, and the whole point of the video is like, somebody replied to her and was like, just because you have like niche interests or you're like, oh, a slightly weirder or quirkier person doesn't immediately equate to you have autism, right? Like, that's just your personality, right? Like, why are we LARPing having autism? That's just so fucking weird. Like, there's so many people on social media now that, like, actually just flat out self-diagnose. And that pisses me off. If I see somebody on social media say they self-diagnose themselves with autism, I want to peel my fucking skin off. Like, go to a doctor. Why are you saying that you have something that you don't have? Like, if you go to a doctor, they tell you don't have it, you don't fucking have it.
Down the list until they find somebody who will give their kid the diagnosis they want. And they use that diagnosis.
And then it makes people that actually are autistic get more shit. Because it's like, there's idiots like that are just fucking lying and saying they have something that they don't have.
To get an advantage on these extremely important tests. Now,
who trusts doctors? I get not wanting to trust one doctor, but if you go to 10 doctors and they all go, yeah, you're not autistic, you are a fucking jackass to go, no, I think I am.
Simple advantage is more time, which is scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous
What's the ACT? Similar thing to the SAT.
Scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous double-blind studies, and they find that 18 out of 20 times, even if the person has the same, they take both things, they'll get a higher score with the more time. So standardized starts to feel like the wrong.
I don't know. I feel like in my personal experience, if you get me more time on an exam, I'm not doing better. Because I'm never running down. If I don't know it, I don't know it. Like, I'm not going to be doing this fucking, room searching ass shit. Like, if I don't know the answer, I don't know the answer. I'm going to overthink it. Yo, actually, I think I might do worse if you gave me more time. Because if I'm sitting there for another 30 minutes, I'm going to go over all my answers and be like, I don't know, actually.
Wrong word here. Because running out of time is standard on the exam. The exam is designed so you don't have all the time to do every question. And it gives you a huge advantage. The mom asks, won't schools find out? Won't schools know this is going on? Schools don't know. That's why you have to get the 100% bonus time or 50% multiple days. So what you can also do is you can get accommodation to take the test.
Do you need to write essays in the SAT or ACT? ACT, I have no idea. I never took it. The SAT, they have a writing portion that you could opt for. I did that once. It's like a side separate test that like some colleges want. And you take it's like the regular SAT, that's your score, and then there's another test that you do that you have to write
over multiple days, which means you could literally memorize a question you don't know the answer to, leave, go home, figure out.
I took the SAT, got a 980, and then enlisted into the Marines.
Out the answer, then come back another day. And there's a current accommodation people are taking right now. That's let alone if you go to their testing center. The accommodations were meant to level the playing field, but what's happening is they're tilting the playing field towards those with money and access. And it's absolutely true. While these are diagnosed at normal rates at regular schools with middle income people, they are diagnosed extremely high among wealthy students. And they are getting a structural advantage on these standardized tests that allows wealth and privilege to have a so-called higher score that allows them to beat people out for these elite colleges. Many more students, especially the affluent, get extra time to take the SAT. And what's interesting is like, there's nothing scientific about the measurement of how much time you get.
Yo, SAT day, bruh. I am so happy I don't have to take that shit anymore, bro. Oh my God. I remember waking up, dude, it was like nervous, bro. You pull up to the SAT, you're in a random ass room with no one you know, and it's just like, you gotta lock in, bro. I feel like that's why I did better the last time, because the last SAT I took at a different school. I knew no one, I was in a room with random ass people. I felt like I was at the DMV, and I was just taking that shit. It makes you lock in, bro, I swear. Take the SAT somewhere where you're not comfortable. Just do both. See which one you do better at.
The test is balanced around a certain amount of time. How come like IBS is plus 50% or like ADHD is plus 100? Like there's no way to know how much time should be extra to be balanced. And so people just kind of get what they demand and what they push for. And so the power scaling gives you more, power scaling is the wrong word, but it gives you more, just a huge leg up and a way to not balance it. And I wanted to figure out like why this is happening recently, or like what was the timeline that got us here? And it started with, I think, really good intentions. So the truth is, this guy, Mark Brimehorst, in the year 2000, had a true disability. He had no hands. And so he needed extra time for the test. It was just required, okay? And so Brimehorst took...
They wouldn't give him more time and he had no hands. Are you fucking serious? Like, what a polar opposite. Bro pulls up, he has no hands. And they're like, nah, you gotta just take that shit, buddy. What the fuck? I'd be like, yo, I give this guy hours, bruh. Like, you know how hard it is to fucking fill in a bubble? No hands.
Extra time for the test. He got a good score on the GMAT. And then when it was submitted, they had marked it by saying the score is obtained under special circumstances. This is what they used to do. If you took extra time or you needed an accommodation, extra bathroom breaks, whatever, it would be fine. You get your score, but it would say this. It would just have a mark.
Wait, if you have IBS, you get more time on the SAT?
And he sued and said, like, that was a scarlet letter that was making him less appealing to colleges or what.
What's IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Whatever.
What about alpha-gal? I pull up. I can't eat mammal meat. I can't eat mammal meat.
Made his score seem less than, which I think is a fair point. Maybe people would...
They're like, okay. Do I get more time? No.
Would assume that there was something wrong with it. So once they got rid of this because of his lawsuit, that also got rid of the last barrier to being like, wait a minute, this is just better. And so rich people started to realize, wait a minute, I think there's a direct quote. The guy they caught on the phone, it was basically saying like, yeah, I mean, wealthy families have realized that it's a bonus for their kids so that they're behind if they don't do it. And so now it's like an arms race where wealthy families don't want their kids to fall behind. So they're finding ever increasing wilder accommodations and reasons to get them and spending money through the nose to make that happen. So again, like, look, some students with severe anxiety can take the ACT over 4 days, and diagnosing severe anxiety
over 4 days. How are you taking it over 4 days?
Is not like a universally agreed upon test. Do you know what I'm saying? Different psychologists can say different things, and some psychologists like money. There's just this huge advantage that's like building and building and building. This has been going on for years, but now it's getting so extreme that parents are starting to really freak out because, especially if you're like in that upper middle, you can't even afford to keep up with this race. You can't afford to pay all the different psychologists to try and keep up. Some of them have to spend $10,000 for a diagnosis. Or finding a gas.
Bro, it really is annoying too, because then even like your entry letter, like when you write a paper to try and get into a college, because you usually write a paper, like that's most colleges, you have to write a paper talking about something to get in. Like they're cheating on the SAT, so their SAT score is fucking skewed. And then they're probably paying somebody to write their own college paper. So like all of their entry requirements are just fabricated. Like, these colleges are letting students in that are actually fucking stupid. And it's like, now the kids that are on paper testing lower, but are in actuality smarter, are the ones that have to go to worse universities. So that actually is kind of, do you think that'll cause like a shift later down the line where like a lot of these like higher upper echelon schools actually end up having worse students and less credibility? Because, you know, if you look at this on like a 10-year span, if people keep doing this, then like the average Harvard student is actually going to be a lot dumber than they used to be. And then like state schools are actually going to be the ones that people want to go to because state schools are actually going to have the smartest kids.
Gastroenterologist to support requests for unlimited bathroom breaks. Again, unlimited bathroom breaks with a friendly proctor is basically a license to cheat. It's a license to go to the bathroom, take out your phone, check the question, then come back. It's a license to cheat. Everyone knows this. And so I asked, I mentioned this on stream and I asked people if they had any stories of this and I got a ton. I picked 2, I think. Some people have parents that like have pushed them into using this. Some people have legitimate ADHD and they feel upset because they know other people are cheating with it and it makes them feel like they're getting roped into that bucket. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people who are angry about it. This guy said big blizzard, which you don't have to call me that in private or in public or ever. You said you wanted stories of SAT extra time. Boy, do I have some stories. I'm graduating today from a private high school in Boston, rich kid school. In my graduating class of 110 students, 25 receive extra time on College Board tests. They are not underperformers in normal class. Even our valedictorian got extra time. The school encourages it too. Like we took our practice PSATs, the students who did not finish all the questions.
Oh my God, PSAT, what a fucking shit. What a stupid fucking test. I remember PSAT days, bro. You might as well just fuck off. Put A for everything and walk out. Like, what is a PSAT? It's a practice SAT. It doesn't count. They give it to, like, freshmen and sophomores because they're trying to prepare you to take the SAT junior and senior year. It doesn't matter. Unless you're, like, a high score, unless you're getting, like, top in the country, you get scholarships and shit. Like, if you get, like, a 1550 on the PSAT, you might end up getting, like, money to go to school. So, like, try in that sense. But, like, if you know you're going to get, like, 1,000, oh, my God, it's just a wasted day. National merit, I got it. Ooh, we have a genius in chat. Oh, oh. Oh, aren't you smart? Oh, aren't you a fucking genius? Oh, aren't you fucking so smart? I got, like, 1,000 on the PSAT. There was a kid in my class. That got like a 700 or like a 6 something on the PSAT. And no, like the teachers don't get mad at you because they just don't care. But I remember one of my teachers, because like in the PSAT, it's actually just like at your school and it's like proctored by your teachers. One of my teachers told the kid, he was like, dude, you did worse than the average guessing rate. Like you somehow got such a low score that it makes it seem like you knew the answers because you had to have put the wrong answer purposefully, because it's like not possible that like you could have just put A for everything and you would have done better.
They could qualify for extra time because it benefits the school to have a higher score. So even they're in on it, dude.
Like Miles Morales. Well, Miles Morales would get like a 0. Like, that's different. Like, if you get a 0 on a multiple choice test, you know the answers.
And so it's like a weird thing where wealthy schools are like helping kids towards these outcomes, which give them a structural advantage over regular people. I would like to make a bigger point. It's not just the SAT this applies to. It's all college.
In the coconut trade. And yeah, I know. Just
yeah, because like you would, the argument for it being fucked up is like, oh, because it's a monkey. But for like a border collie, it wouldn't. But border collies are also bred animals from, like, they didn't exist without humans.
Kind of wild just watching them hold on. I guess it makes sense. But let's see how it goes down. Dog seems amped up as well. They're taken out to.
I mean, getting the dog some exercise, but he can't just get, but he can't hitch a ride. We're making him run the whole fucking way.
Seems amped up as well.
Does he want to run the whole way through? There's a little space in there. I mean, you can sit in there.
They're taken out to actual coconut fields and they're worked in a 3-monkey rotation. They're not ready yet for the full-blown day's work of a working monkey, but they're getting...
Oh, see, I don't think they should be working like 8-hour shifts. I feel like they should work like an hour and then they get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Real experience in an actual field.
Yeah, I don't know if they should work an 8-hour. Like if you're making the monkey work a 9 to 5, I think that's probably animal abuse. I think that's crazy.
All right, guys, enough of
compensation for that. Yeah, they need a 401k and benefits.
The school, enough of the practice. Bowie, it is time for some actual harvesting, huh? The 3 apprentices perform surprisingly well. They need constant coaxing.
That's a lot of fucking coconuts, man.
And their attention holds for just 1 or 2 trees before it drifts and they just can't be trained anymore. So that's why they're worked in rotation. Oh my god, there's a huge tree. At times though, they're even working in parallel. Just
that's
2
like a 50-foot fucking tree.
Monkeys up there in the trees, one working each tree, harvesting together. Alright guys, it's crazy how tall this tree is. Like there's no way you'd be climbing up there. I mean, maybe you could if you had a death wish. But this monkey is making kind of short work of it. We are kind of having to call to him every now and then.
We work 9 to 5s though. Yeah, you also get benefits from your employer, and you're a human living in a society that like understands the idea of a 9 to 5.
It is crazy how high these things
You're choosing that.
are.
Like society chose that.
But he's on his like maybe 4th or 5th coconut right now. And yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, the big issue is the monkey's not choosing to do it.
Here it goes.
That's where it's like, that's where people are going to argue whether or not this is abuse. Outside of that, it's like, it doesn't really seem like they're being mistreated.
Flying everywhere, these coconuts. I gotta admit, you gotta keep an eye on it. It is a little bit dangerous. He's just calling out to it. It's being a little bit choosy, a little bit picky, hunting around, finding the right coconut, and then just boom, spinning them around. They come down in short order. They fly everywhere. Again, gotta keep an eye on it. Just crazy though, how high this tree is. And I've got to admit how effective this has been so far. 1 tree, maybe 6 or 7 coconuts. Yeah, maybe I should keep an eye on this. And it's really hard to not be impressed by what these guys can do.
It's 2026. It's 2026, chat. Jesus Christ. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, bro. Come on, man. It's not funny anymore. It's not.
I don't know why. Took down, I don't know, 15, 20 coconuts in absolutely no time.
But, like, how much are they selling? I know they're turning the coconuts into coconut water and then packaging, selling that. But, like, how much do you think they're making off one coconut? Like, when the monkey rips a coconut off, falls to the ground, is that, like, 20 cents? Like, how much is that worth? Bro, the only other thing I worry about is, like, that motherfucker falling from the tree and dying. Like, obviously, it's a smart ape. Like, it's probably not, but...
Pretty impressive how selective these monkeys are and how much you kind of trust them. Like... Later that day, we run into real working monkeys. They arrive just right...
Wait, those were apprentices. So this one's like seasoned veteran, been working the biz for 10 years. He's got a pension built up.
Riding on motorbikes, pulling up to a roadside pit stop. One of them's on the side of a trike, the other's just hanging onto the back of a motorbike like a school kid in Vietnam, catching a ride home.
Wow, and they just hang out with humans. Do you think they perceive the humans as different from themselves? I always wonder that about, like, apes. Like, if you lived with a bunch of gorillas, would they be like, this guy's weird? Or would they see you as one of them? Like, obviously, like, a cat would see you as different. But, like, if you're, like, a lot of apes are very similar to humans. Would they just be like, that's a big human? And he's kind of pale.
Up there is a monkey gathering coconuts. It's been going on for more than 400 years. God.
They've been doing this shit since the 1600s. Who was the first motherfucker to try and teach a monkey to grab a coconut? Wow.
It's just shredding through that tree in absolute seconds.
You think he...
I will say this is the most impressive thing that I've seen in 2026.
Very gentle while he's doing that. He just like moving his hands like that. Not even...
We are only 9 days in.
Shouting or anything.
Right, the monkey just doing what it does.
Yeah. He said like the monkeys already know what to do, but he also like help to guide a little bit too. So.
Like this seems to be far more working monkeys than the ones that we saw getting trained up. They don't have to sort of yell at them that much.
Andrew Fraser gets knocked out by falling coconut. Wow, these monkeys really are very fascinating. Oh! Just fucking one bonks him right on the head. Unripe, too. Just a hard green coconut. It's gotta be, in the 400 years of them doing this, there has to be a colorblind monkey that really sucks at this and just fails out of the coconut school.
And these two are big adult males. They make the apprentice monkeys look like they're on training wheels. They're huge, strong, and they just blitz through trees.
Oh, these are like they're not even adults. These are like teenage monkeys.
Strong, and they just blitz through trees. Can you ask him if he's ever been hit by a coconut?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, just sometimes when they hit the tree and then, like, you know, just hit him too. Sometimes. But that is it. Like, you have to be very cautious. You have to fall.
Would that shit kill you? I know people die from falling coconuts every year, but like if that monkey threw the coconut and it like hit you in the head, would you just die on the spot? I feel like you wouldn't die. Even if it's like 50 feet. I mean, how heavy is the coconut?
We're told pretty bluntly that the meaner the monkey, the better they are for harvesting. And honestly, I can see why. These guys move at an absurd pace. You're filming below, and it's just non-stop thud of coconuts hitting around you.
Like his monkey.
I don't know. I wonder, like, do you think they find it fun?
They are very well trained, right? So one monkey can harvest about 1,000 coconuts a day.
1,000 a day? Nah, they're making this motherfucker work a 9 to 5. 1,000 a day. I mean, a tree probably has like 30. Or like at least 10. So they're doing like 100 trees. That probably doesn't take them 8 hours if they're quick.
It is wild. They don't even really seem to come down. They just jump from tree to tree. They do kind of just take breaks up there every now and then. Think about which one they want to knock down. But
yeah, they just start jerking off. Just a quick smoke break up at the top. Bro, they do that. Have you ever seen the videos? Bro, no, monkeys do that shit. I swear to God. Dude, okay, don't look it up. But you know he's up there, bro. Guy's like, come on, man. You haven't fucking it. Oh, why is it raining?
And as we drive around the area, we run into harvester after harvester. These little Honda bikes with a sidecar for coconuts. And you pull up and you see the monkeys just hanging out in the trees and collecting the coconuts. So again, guys, similar kind of setup. A couple of these trikes. Big boy monkeys, males. Mainly, apparently females and males can do this job, but the males seem to be the choice selection. They're rocking.
Holy fuck! That one of them grabbed that many in that amount of time? Dude, that's like 100.
Until midday, it is getting hot right now, so I bet they're about to take a break and just look at all those coconuts. Like, that is thousands of coconuts these guys have cleared out.
All right, I don't know about thousands, Andrew. I think we might need to take a class on counting. I'd go maybe 120.
There's monkeys working all around this area, and it does seem to be a pretty much thriving community of them. Oh la la. Every time it's a big adult male.
Yo, that one does look bulky as fuck, you know what I mean? He's kind of like that hippo from Madagascar.
He's a big one, huh?
I feel like he'd walk out some hardcore. Oh, God, their buttholes are always just out, bro. Damn. Why are you staring? I don't know. It's the entire backside of the monkey, bro. Now you're making me rewind to go look at its butthole, dude. What the fuck? Yo, like that shit. Stop. I'm moving forward.
These coconut trees is like about 100 years old plus.
Wow.
Because this area is like, it's not modern farming. So you can see that it's not like in the same line, just like other provinces that we drove past, right? So you can see like, this is not very well organized because it's like nature.
Right. In the West, we have a long tradition of working animals. Herding dogs, cattle dogs, horses pulling loads and racing, falcons used for hunting. And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it really is like the same. It is the same thing.
And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition. And the difference seems pretty simple. Dogs are working animals to us. Monkeys in our minds are supposed to be wild, supposed to belong in the jungle. But here in
because we've never lived around them, but if you're around them all the time, you'd be like, oh, that's normal.
southern Thailand, that distinction doesn't really exist. For generations, people have raised monkeys to work alongside them. This practice goes back well over 100 years. And today, by law...
Holy fuck! Talk about a Fast and Furious jump. I mean, he was confident in that.
This
wow!
practice goes back well over 100
I would not have done that.
years.
Holy shit, dude. That was like a... What if that shit snapped?
And today, by law, the monkeys are bred in captivity. They're raised from young, treated like family. One handler told me his monkey sleeps in his house with him. They don't describe this as labor, but as skill. Something to be respected, to take pride in. They even compete to see whose monkey is the best. How long has he done?
No fucking way. They have dude, this is just like a dog competition. Like where you have dogs just like see how far they can jump into a pool. Or like they go through those obstacle courses.
Guys, I've got to admit, I sort of came here thinking that I would come away with a very, very negative perception of this. And it hasn't been the case at all. Like, when you talk to these guys, they insist that they treat these things like they're their babies. They sleep with them, they're not kept in cages, they're out there in the coconuts, and
I don't know, man. It really ruined the dynamic if I walked into my monkey jerking off. I think that would be an immediate vibe killer. It's like when your dog humps you. It's just like, ugh, no, no. Dude, that's a top 5. That's got to be like a top 5, top 3 most awkward thing everybody experiences is going over one of your friend's house and they have a male dog that just starts fucking humping your leg, dude. That shit, and you're like trying to walk away and it just fucking grabs onto you, dude. It's like a wrestler just fucking hunkering down on your leg, man. It sucks. And you're just sitting there like, ugh, no. I ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm gonna scream at that dog. If a dog starts humping me, I'm going, no! No!
Seems like a pretty symbiotic relationship between the handlers, the monkeys. It's been a tradition.
Joe's dealt with a hard banana. Yeah, then they get a red rocket. Oh, God, dude, that shit's fucking disgusting.
Here for up to 400 years. It provides livelihoods for the locals. I think there's something kind of compelling about it. And when you read online, you hear the negative sides of these stories. You're told that these monkeys are ripped away from their mothers as babies so that they're easier to train. People are uncomfortable with a wild animal being used for sort of labor. And I can't verify, a lot of the monkeys here supposedly are now bred in captivity.
I think that's the distinguishing factor, is if this has been like, if they're taking them from the wild and training them, that's different than if they've been bred for 300-400 years to be monkeys that work like and live side by side with humans, you know, because then they're starting to like distinguish themselves from wild apes.
But at the very least, I think it's more ambiguous than it is being portrayed as by some of the people out there on the internet.
There is also a practical reality as well. These coconut groves are ancient. Some of these trees are several hundred years old and they stretch as far as you can see. There are hundreds of
Oh, wow, this doesn't even look real.
thousands of
These are all coconut trees?
acres of ancient coconut grove in Surat Thani. It is the entire ecosystem.
Is it still common for people to use these monkeys to harvest the coconuts, or is it something that's kind of dying out?
Yeah, he said
At some point, there's going to be a machine that'll do it.
it's still pretty common around here.
And without trained monkeys, well, the alternative would be to cut them down. Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing.
Oh, see, that's what I've seen. I've never actually been, like, I've never been to Asia, but I've been to, like, the Caribbean where there's coconut trees, and they're always, like, what, like 15, 20 feet? Like, I've never seen a coconut tree this high.
Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing up everywhere else. And I think that's where things get kind of complicated.
They only can use the monkey in this area, cannot go other area. They'll get arrested by the police.
Really?
Yeah, because because of the, 2 or 3 years ago of the news, like the trading between Thailand and the US, I think. Yeah, they're strictly forcing the laws.
Crazy, huh? So they're really cracking down on this way of life.
Yes, and it's like just not.
The monkeys get arrested or the people? Sewer water, take a guess. Take a guess. Sewer water, gun to your head. Do you think the human's gonna get arrested for leaving the area and harvesting coconuts, or the monkey?
Look, I get it. Monkeys are incredibly intelligent animals. It can suck to see them on a leash. Watching them work, it can make us feel uncomfortable. But is this really so different from dogs and horses and falconry? Or is it just something that's not that familiar to us? It starts to feel like this double standard, like animal labor is acceptable when it fits our Western traditions, but when it doesn't, then it's abuse.
These babies should...
Well, the weirdest thing about horse races is they're really fucking... Horses are, like, driven to the fucking brink, bro. And they're young. Like, when you see those horse racers, the only thing is, like, they have to work that hard for the first 2 years of their life. And to my knowledge, I don't even think the owners of those horses make that much money from the racing itself. Obviously, they're betting. But the money maker is when that horse is done, they just sell that horse to fuck for like 10 years.
Be cradled by their mothers, but they're prisoners.
The statement is by PETA, and normally I don't go with stuff that PETA says.
And in the end, this debate, I don't think it's going to matter for that much longer anyway. The new laws are already being put in place. It feels like Thailand.
Dude, that's the problem with PETA too, is like they'll have things that aren't crazy, but like PETA gets clowned on so hard because they take offense to everything. Somebody said I missed the old PETA. That's what I'm saying. It's like what they stand for isn't bad, but it's like PETA will be commenting about shit that's like not bad a lot of the time. And so then people just clown on them.
And is ready to move on. And the old groves, they're beginning to disappear also. Bit by bit, they're getting replaced with those short, stumpy trees. Something that can be easily harvested by a machine, benefiting from the new economics.
You see these short-ass coconut trees? These are the sort of modern plantations. They don't grow high at all, and you can just pick them right away.
Yeah, humans just pick them.
And so if you feel uncomfortable,
I will say, I think, I didn't know this existed where they could just have micro trees. I feel like they should just do this, but I do understand there's literally like thousands of acres of land of these tall ass trees.
About this at all. Let me just reassure you that I think this is a tradition and a practice that is going to just naturally die out. Anyway, fortunately,
It's going to naturally die out because it is just less efficient. Like, it makes more sense long term to just have fields of smaller trees that you could just have a human pick them or a machine even come by.
or unfortunately, depending upon the way you look at it, this is the future. It's just so much easier. So I guess I'm just happy I get to document this whilst it still hangs around.
Wow, what a fun fucking video to watch. Fucked up in the beginning, too. More questionable near the end, but... So what seems to be a reliable and good way to harvest will be replaced by diesel-burning machines. Makes sense to this day and age. While the monkeys untying the knots this day is really insane. No, that was the craziest part. Like, that was the most impressive thing. Was its capability to untie and crawl through knots to be able to, like, untangle itself. Next. Video chat. Lock in. Excuse me, sir. Do you have permission to be selling lemonade here? Have you gotten the city's permit?
Ridiculous. Not for the lemonade.
Not for the lemonade.
Well, you know,
They don't pay taxes on that though.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's true. Hey, that's true. Hot dog stands got to be paying $1 million a spot at times. $1 million a spot in New York City. You're telling me this kid can be selling lemonade on the side of the road for free? But he's got to learn the way the business world works, okay? Tell him to kick rocks. Yeah, 420 momentum's right on that one. Tell that kid to fuck off.
It's a kid. It's a kid trying to do something. They're not bringing.
Yeah, it's a kid trying to learn the way to fucking hustle money. And guess what? His ass selling lemonade for 50 cents. 50 cents a cup. Yo, I know that shit's just Minute Maid.
Sense. It's like you guys lost common sense.
All right. So.
All right, we don't gotta give them a ticket. We'll just break their lemonade stand. Just kick one of the fucking spokes out. Spill their lemonade on the ground.
This one?
No.
No. Okay. We've even decided to make some changes to social media usage. Arrest people for criticizing the government on social media.
No. It's part of the First Amendment. Can you name the 5 elements of the First Amendment? Do you know?
No.
We should just move to Russia then. Or North Korea. Let's just move to North
They love referencing Russia and North Korea.
Korea.
North Korea is a dictatorship. America isn't.
North Korea is a dictatorship. America isn't.
That's where we're heading if you want to do this.
No. This is just for safety.
I don't need the government to give me safety. See, that's the difference. You're so young, you haven't had a lot of life experience yet.
She said she doesn't need the government to give her safety. I will say, yeah, the government shouldn't be arresting you for you criticizing the government, but you do want the government to provide you some sort of safety. Like the police? That's the government. That's like your local government. You pay taxes and that pays the police force. Yeah. So you do need the government to protect you. You do need the government. You're going to have running your area and making sure, or the mafia, you're going to fucking pay them and they'll protect you.
Yes.
No.
No, okay.
Let's discuss how we can use AI to help our city, shall we? Who here is sick and tired of crime in their city?
Everybody is.
We will have a new plan to stop crime before it happens. Enlist AI police robots to predict crimes before they happen.
No.
Predict? No,
Predict?
thank you.
Yeah, they can predict it.
Yeah.
No.
This guy's vibing with it. He's shaking his head.
Okay, we're gonna say no.
This lady's grilling him.
Using advanced state-of-the-art AI, robots can detect patterns to catch criminals fast.
Oh man. What's the metric? What is that color palette on the bottom?
The metric right here, Jay wrote it. Yeah.
So you see the threat detected here. The AI will detect the threat, and then police will be involved quick and able to get them.
You're not guilty until you do the crimes. It's stupid.
Well, we can predict, like, actually, we can predict 90% of the time, and it's always right 90% of the time.
What's
This is dumb.
This is the dumbest stuff I've ever
I don't even know why I'm Maria. No.
Now we can profile with 90% accuracy.
Well, now we can profile with 90% accuracy.
No, it hasn't even worked. Even license plates readers are wrong.
But that's humans. AI is smarter.
That's humans, though. AI is way smarter.
No, it's not.
AI is made by human input, though, and there's bias.
Well, they evolve by itself.
We're ready for the next one. No.
We're gonna go to the next one for her.
Yo, they're already on thin ice. This is bad, bro.
Dude,
this
this
is
one's
bad.
bad. This one's bad. Let's talk about minority representation. It's unfair that oppressed groups only get 1 month to celebrate what makes them special. So we created a new year-round solution to this problem. We're installing the world's biggest pride flag.
Hell no.
Are you joking? Do you guys disagree with that? I'm like, I feel.
Nah, it's gonna make us too soft. It's gonna make Orange County too soft. We can't go out like that.
I feel like it would help, people come out and be more prideful.
It's too gay out here already, so I don't think we need.
This guy's having some take. You see the reaction? The lip synced. Oh my God.
Okay. 300 feet of gayness.
I get the response of being like, all right, erecting the biggest flag in the world in the middle of your city is just odd in general, regardless of what the flag is. But then to be like, yeah, we already have too many gay people.
What about a nice big American flag that has just everybody on it?
Well, this is.
What do you mean everybody on it? Everybody on it. What does that mean? Like you're going to have a U.S. flag and then you're going to put other flags within it?
The new American flag.
Good, it covers everyone. Move on.
Yeah.
Everybody's covered.
Yeah. Is good? Good? Yes?
No. No.
Yes? No?
No.
Yes, right here?
Yes, I think that a lot.
Oh, that's a no.
Yes, right here. Yes, right here, pointing at the lady with the choose kindness shirt and rainbow text.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry about that.
Wait. I think there's something else.
Okay, cool. And don't worry, it can be easily seen at night with our 9,000 watt spotlights.
Oh my God.
Next.
She's actually the GOAT, dude. I love this lady. I actually love this lady. You're gonna say, fun fact, we actually took these lights from the 9/11.
Homophobia. No, I don't think, I understand the video's a joke. I'm saying, I don't think it's homophobic to be like, well, no, that just doesn't make sense to spend the money on having that in the middle of the city. But it is homophobic to be like, oh, we already have too many fucking gay people.
Memorial.
Like, just say no. Just be like, no, that's a bad idea.
In New York.
Fun fact.
Like, he's using it more as a means to just be like, all right, I'm going to now say why I don't like gay people versus him just being like, no, this is a bad idea.
Though, we actually took these lights from the 9/11 memorial in New York.
Trying to swipe some hands here.
Dead silent. Dead silent.
Jeremiah?
Let's talk about our plans for commuters. Thank you. Let's talk about our plans for commuters in our city. Have you ever had to wait over 10 minutes for an Uber?
Yeah.
Yo, I've had to wait like an hour for an Uber. I hate Ubers, bro, that pick that shit up and then don't get you. And they wait for you to cancel it so you pay a fee. Lame ass, bro. That is like, and I know it's like the system in place that makes it, that promotes that, but it's like, bro, what a loser way to be an Uber ride, like an Uber driver. Just like, I'm gonna pick calls up and then never go get them. I'm gonna sit in a parking lot and wait for you to fucking cancel it. I've also had Ubers, bro. I've had Ubers that I've picked up, I've called an Uber. It's 20 minutes away. Bro calls me. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, blah, 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 here. He goes, all right. 5 minutes go by. I'm like, you're going to be here, right? Yeah. Put the phone away. We're pre-gaming. We're chatting, talking. I check my phone in like 15 minutes. Bro canceled the Uber 10 minutes ago. And now I got to call another one and wait another half hour, right? I talked to your ass on the phone, and I was like, you're not going to cancel, right? And he said, nah, I'll be there. Was not there. Canceled us right after.
We have a solution to solve this rideshare wait time problem. We are going to be the first city to test government vehicle ride sharing. Commuters can simply jump onto any government vehicle for...
I'm reporting them. I had one guy pull up. We're Ubering, and we're standing outside waiting for him. And everybody, because the bar just closed. We're all outside. There's a million people outside. He pulls up in a minivan. People are saying bye. I get in the car. He goes... Hurry up! Hurry up! And I go, yo, we gotta go. Everybody gets in the car. It's 30. He's waiting for 30 seconds. And he goes, you're supposed to be waiting for me.
Easy transportation.
Ridiculous.
This is insulting to my intelligence.
Where's she going? Maybe she's Ubering out in the fire truck.
Any feedback?
I'd be down.
Yeah.
Down?
Yeah, I'd be down to save money too.
Say, lady in the back, let me guess. You're going to say, next.
Lady in the back, let me guess. You're going to say next.
No, I just think it looks like it would be fun. But
See?
it
This
would
is
never
what I'm saying.
happen.
You guys need to lighten up. It's a good
Until
thing.
Junior falls off and there's a lawsuit with the city and we have to pay for it.
Till Junior falls off. No, till Junior falls off in front of the front tire and gets his head crushed by the fire truck.
Up. It's a
Until
good thing.
Junior falls off and there's a
You have a kid flattened in the middle of the street.
lawsuit with the city and we have to pay for it.
But it does look fun.
This lady's the best ever, bro.
insane.
She's the best ever.
Insane.
Hey, well, thank you. Please raise your hand if you support our new city plans and want to see them passed.
One.
Oh my God, they just have one.
Any hand?
Why is he raising his hand when he was the one that was against every plan?
One? They just go.
So we got one hand. Thank you guys, seriously. You guys were amazing.
For the memes.
I feel like it was.
I feel like it was a great initiative. I don't know why they didn't like it. So how many hands did we got one. How many times did this guy laugh?
He laughed 3 times. So you guys got
Negative
two.
Okay, so
Negative
so we
two.
gotta make them laugh 3 times.
All we have to do is not laugh and we win.
Yeah.
We could get 0 hands, and if we don't laugh, we
Easy.
win. You spent the first quarter of the presentation like this.
Jay, what the f was that? You started fent-folding.
Bro, you were fent-folding in the middle of your presentation.
Right? Joe and Justin are up next, and remember, we made their presentation. They have no clue what's gonna be on it.
I feel like this one's gonna be hard. If they really need these guys to laugh, the presentation's gonna be tough.
You're not evil, bro.
Y'all are cooked. No, I'm telling you, we went crazy. We went crazy. If you guys can't get more than -2 hands, you will be doing the mystery punishment.
That's pretty easy. All we have to do, the only way to get in the negatives is to laugh, and we're not gonna laugh.
You guys are gonna laugh. No, you laughed last time. Did you
confident?
not? Yeah. I think
Yeah, you low-key were giggling last time.
You're Mr. Giggle Shits, dude. Nah, trust.
Thank you guys, by the way.
Bro, the one thing I will say is, like, back when I used to watch Impractical Jokers, it's based off the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, you could just get lucky by having people that raise their hand. That, like, fuck with it because they think it's funny.
Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you.
Bro, this crowd is insane. It's like a town hall meeting.
I don't need to be professional no more.
We don't need to be professional no more. We can have as much fun as possible. These guys look nervous.
No, they look
Joe and
nervous.
Justin
Joe
look
just
nervous as hell,
fuck.
bro.
Justin's panicking.
How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Today we have new city plans we're gonna bring. We are Joe and
Justin. Nice to meet you guys.
let's discuss the future of our city, shall we?
Good.
Cool. Thank you guys.
No, it's to warm the crowd up.
warmed up, yeah.
We gotta make sure they believe it.
Yup.
And then
After that.
Let's do it.
Wait, so they are gonna do it. Yeah. That's the fucking play, bro. Have 3 regular slides and then get into it.
Justin, you want to take us away?
Yeah. Who here wants to see strong relationships built between the U.S. and other countries?
Yes, please.
That would be great.
Definitely.
We don't need the tension.
this is insane.
So we're excited to announce a new infrastructure partnership between the U.S. and the U.K. In exchange for funding California development, British officials requested one small thing. A royal vacation home built right here in the heart of our city.
Completely bizarre and beyond
Well, like they build their own castle or something for the queen.
anything I've ever heard of.
So you're opposed?
What?
You're opposed?
I feel like I would immediately think this is a joke. There's no way. I don't know, maybe it's just like the officialness of like you actually getting paid to come to like an office building and listen to one of these talks.
Completely bizarre and beyond anything I've ever heard of.
So you're opposed?
What?
You're opposed?
Opposed.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a relation builder.
I think it's a little extraordinary, but if it's worth the funding, it's worth the funding.
Cool. I guess we just have to see how much it is.
It's gonna bring in $10 million, so it's sort of worth it.
The only estimate I have to give you guys a better idea is they're looking to fund about $10 million. So I think it'd be worth it, but.
It's nothing. 10 million, it doesn't. 10 million. That's not even.
Yeah, 10 million on a big scale.
It's gonna cover like what the land costs.
It's more about a relationship. Like think about it like a political marriage.
If I was voting with the information that you gave so far, it would be like an absolute no.
So we're gonna take that as a yes.
So that's a yes for everyone?
A yes? No.
Okay. Is there a certain amount we would need? Because right now they're offering 10 million. Is there
No,
an amount
for me,
we're-
it's the fact that it's only British accessible.
There's an amount of money. There's an amount of money that I would also agree to it. If I was a part of the city, I'd be like, yeah, give the British people their own home if they're giving us $10 billion. If they're giving our city $100 billion, yeah, sure, they could have their own fucking lawn and castle that they're only allowed to go to.
Well, that makes it absolutely ludicrous.
All right, so I'll take it as a yes from most people.
Okay, so I could tell a little bit of uncertainty right now. We'll take that as a yes. We'll keep moving.
Let's go.
Okay.
My word, do you guys think you could do these presentations without laughing? I feel like the nervousness you would have would maybe make you not laugh, but the second I felt the crowd laugh, I feel like I would laugh.
Let's address our homelessness crisis. Who here wants to help homeless people? I mean,
of course.
A little weird, not raising your hands. See two people in the front here. What's going on? What's going on?
Of course. They're people. Who here wants a stronger community where we lift each other up? I mean, yeah.
Two people in the front here. Why are we not raising our hands?
Why not?
It's a no-brainer.
Los Angeles is currently facing one of the most severe homeless epidemics in the world. To ease their...
So we're going to come up with a better way to solve that homelessness problem by a situation called Adopt a Homeless Man. Each residency in the state of California and in the city of Los Angeles will each be given their own homeless person that they have to take care of for a month straight to try and get them up and back into the working society.
Their burden will be housing 50% of LA's homeless population right here in our city.
Oh, they're just moving it from LA to there.
I think in San Diego, I think they literally have campgrounds for them.
Tell them we're gonna use the beach. That's where they're gonna stay.
I think the...
Dude, wait, is this filmed in San Diego? San Diego, the homelessness situation's so weird because the different parts of, like, Gaslamp Quarter, there's no homeless people in Gaslamp Quarter that, like, sleep there, but they kind of walk around in that area, at least when I was there. But you'll walk down an alleyway, and it's really bright, and there's no homeless people, and then you turn left, and there's just another alleyway. It's dark, pitch black, tents, lined up. Just homeless people everywhere.
Main selling point is I think a lot of them would be looking to settle on the beach.
No.
There's no way Newport residents are
I think that's why we're having the meeting.
It's a $200 ticket to sleep on the beach. You'd have to change the law.
We could change that, or we could attempt.
$200 ticket to fucking sleep on the beach. What if I take a little nap? What if I fall asleep? What if I'm like having a good beach day and I get a little eepy and go wake up? And now I get a fucking $200 fine for falling asleep?
Too, because if we're taking on 50% of them.
Dude, that's a lot of people.
So on this one, again.
How do they know if I was asleep? What if I'm like, no, I wasn't. My eyes were just closed. Sir, you were snoring. It was a vocal stim.
Seems like we will be taking on 50%. I think that's the consensus.
I think it's a no.
No.
Okay.
Are you trying to goad us? You've said no.
No, okay, I understand. Thank you. Okay.
So let's talk about waste management in our city. We are adding smart trash cans that notify the city when they're full.
I like that. Why not? I like
Quick and easy so they're not over.
Yo, you know what I want added? A fucking hole in the ground and a metal box, and I could just go fucking piss in it. Why in every big city do I have to walk into a place of business? 80% of the time they don't have a bathroom. If they do have a bathroom, I have to pay to use it, and I'm not allowed to pee in the alleyway. Oh, why don't we do what the Europeans do this? Europeans have this. Somewhere, I'm pretty sure in like Denmark or somewhere they have this, where it's just a wall. It's like a walkway wall, and then you take a left and it's a box, and it's just a fucking hole in the ground. You just piss in it. Fuck you. Why don't we have these in the U.S.? A pee curl. You just walk in, you take a piss, and you leave.
Overflowing.
Perfect. Good dude. We're gonna fuck him on the neck. Absolutely just boom.
So let's talk about the job market, shall we? Our city just hit the highest unemployment rate ever, but we have a solution to save that all. Kids 8 and up will be allowed to work.
It's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Give them something to do.
Depends on the job.
Keep them out of trouble.
Exactly.
Say bills are getting expensive. Kids need help too.
I mean, the bills are getting expensive. You know, I think the kids got to pitch in
That's
too.
not the kid. Not an 8-year-old.
I mean, a job like picking up trash on the beach or something like that?
Yeah.
That's possible. I mean, we just happen to use this photo, but
Of them making coffees as baristas.
like you said, it could be picking up trash on the beach.
Is there a job that an 8-year-old could work that wouldn't be immoral? Running games at a fair. Like, I don't know. Factories? No. Dog walking. That I wouldn't want them. That would be unsafe. There's no job like an 8-year-old could have that isn't unsafe or immoral.
Currently,
Building like lemonade stands. Yeah, lemonade stands. But they have to pay the $500 fine to be able, they have to pay the city permit to be able to use the lemonade stand.
I don't want to have a kid if I have to pay for his ass.
Like Justin.
And they also better have a government registered LLC or S Corp.
Said kids are getting really, really expensive now. And personally, like, I'm young, but I don't want to have a kid because I don't want to have to pay for his ass in this economy.
Of course not.
Always.
A lot of other countries, kids start working when they're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
Say 6, 7.
And 6, 7. But I'm originally Italian, and they had me working young, like you said, like at Nike. That kind of taught me a lot of like valuable fundamentals and kind of helped me, again, like stay out of trouble, like you said.
How to work harder, 16 hours a day.
I had to work harder, 16 hours a day, and it just taught me a lot about like life.
16
How old is
Oh, I was 5.
Five years old, he was working 16-hour days. What job would a 5-year-old be able to do?
I don't know. Like, what's a psychological?
You now know how to form sentences in a manner where you could kind of say what you want to say. Hey, that's good enough. Now you're gonna go get on this production plan and build Nike shoes.
Impact.
I was not happy.
That's my point.
But I was forced to. I think the difference is the
leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope.
Oh my God, and they just stopped communicating? I feel like I would think he's dead.
I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm
They don't even have like radios or things they could call for help with.
and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He knew that
leaving, bro. I'm leaving. Are you gonna keep going deeper in to try and find? Like, wait, I'm confused right now. Is his brother or friend in front of him deeper in the cave or further back? Or they're just different. They're lost. Like they're at different parts. It's like a maze.
panic was the worst possible
Oh, he's just lost.
reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless
What are these ropes on the ceiling? They can't just fall. Like
failed
follow that.
attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps,
Wow.
only to realize how difficult that would be.
They got like breadcrumbs. I feel like I'd be marking the cave.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same.
Nah, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. The only thing I will say is if I got turbo lost and people knew I was caving, I would be like, all right, they're gonna find me. I just have to stay alive for 3 days without, starving to death or dying of dehydration. Because they would send someone.
It's just a jumbo maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls
What if it floods? Do they do that?
offered no landmarks
Oh my god, it starts raining.
to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure. Even with
Bro, I mean, like, I understand he could get in a path that's, like, too tight for him to retreat. But, like, couldn't he, if he was like, oh, this is getting tight, I don't remember this, turn around.
without physical injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles, Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail, a piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh. Dude.
Dude, I was about to start smashing my head against the wall, man. It's been days. Where have you been?
This place is a maze, man. Oh, hey, I see your light. Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know. Oh.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now
DMT trip down there, yo, that would actually be like a crazy torture. Like, hey, if you don't give us the information, we're gonna give you DMT, knock you out, and then leave you in a cave. And you have to find your way out. You know what's so crazy is the rampant change in YouTube content. I could really see like a stupid YouTuber be like, I'm going to go down in this cave and then I'm going to do salvia. I'm going to go down in this cave and then I'm going to take something. See if I can find my way out.
now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation. The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around
How long are they down there?
700 feet.
This is like an all-day thing.
Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully prepared for the expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear. But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson. At first, the
Bro's name is Bob. I thought they were gonna say his name was. I heard Butt Johnson. That's why I rewinded. Bob's not that crazy. His name's Robert. When I originally heard it, I heard Butt Johnson, and I went, "There's no way this guy's name is Butt."
team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle.
But one of them couldn't make it past everything, Butt Johnson.
But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next.
What? I feel like you send the fattest guy first. I'm not trying to be fucked when I say that. Why the fuck are we sending the thinnest guy? That ain't letting us know if everybody can fit through it. You send the dude that's big as shit. You send the guy, dude, if it's like me and my friend that's like 6'5", 250, I'm sending him first. Because what the fuck it matter if I could get by it? If he can't, I gotta turn around.
And he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady
And then say he does get stuck, I can pull his ass out.
progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections.
And then that would make me less nervous. Because I wouldn't want to do it and then be like, oh my God, I barely made it through there. Because if a guy that's like 50 pounds more than me makes it through, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm definitely going to make it through this.
Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Why would they keep going forward? I'd be like, nah, pull me back.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse. Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying. The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move.
Oh my God, I never even thought about how the water's probably like fucking 40 degrees, bro. You're like deep in a cave in England in the winter or like the fall, dude, the water's probably fucking ice cold.
The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short...
I don't know why I was thinking it would be like, oh, like a cave in like Costa Rica, like hot in the jungle. The water's gonna be warm.
Short time before drowning became a real possibility.
Wow.
And he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
Yeah, it looks tight. Billy, I get it. Pull it!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked.
The crazy intelligent idea they had to save his life. I'm like, damn, what are they going to come up with? They're going to like tell him they're going to like cut his clothes or something. I feel like if he couldn't get through, the first thing any human is saying is, all right, well, let's just pull you back the way you came. Like if you're stuck going through, I'd be like, well, let's just turn around. You know, just pull him back. Like, why would you keep trying to go forward? What? I'm happy he's okay, but like, why was he still, I thought they had already tried that. You know what I mean? I thought that was like an unspoken thing. Like he couldn't get through, then they couldn't get him back. So it's like, all right, well, the logical thing is now he has to keep going.
Worked. Bob was finally freed, though his ordeal was far from over. Later, he shared in the comments that he and the two teammates who rescued him had to crawl for another 3 hours to escape the cave through an alternative
3 hours
route. This incident left such a deep psychological scar that even today, Bob says he can't watch the footage from that day without experiencing severe anxiety. This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys and sharing the hidden history of these places with his viewers. But this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
The forest is slowly overtaking the old mine ruins at the Waldeck mine.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside.
Bro's calling it a portal. It's over.
The wind has kind of died down a little bit. And
all right, so I'm going to walk through this weird cavern into this nether portal, and then we're going to be in the mine.
It's not raining, so I managed.
I've been told if you explore this cave at 3 in the morning, you get sent to like an alternate universe.
To stay dry.
I'm trying to find the back rooms.
Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But anyway, you come down this little incline path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over, and then the tunnel's right behind me this way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him as he passed beneath rotting wooden beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branch
Oh my God, like an animal.
tunnel that we skipped on the way in.
Did you see the white light or another person? Do you see the white light appear further down the main haulage tunnel in the dark on the right side of the screen as I pan to the left?
I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a
Oh my God, I did see that.
like a distant. A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel,
It's right there. You see it? Wait.
like a distant. A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time, moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises coming from somewhere just out of sight.
Do you hear that? Sounds like,
Stop fucking moving!
What, is that wind?
It sounds like wind. No, it sounds like somebody's watching like a video on their phone.
Can you, I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that?
Oh my God, and then it got quiet.
It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but...
Bro, I'm pretty sure that's saying, you see me, you see me. Yo, him going... I don't think that's wind. What if that's like a demon or a fucking ghost down there? Yo, that motherfucker's probably so confused.
Well,
that's got to be fake.
What that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but... That's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or...
A bird? You're underground.
What that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but... Wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird. I think I keep hearing something. That was strange. I hear the air blowing here. Wow. I'm getting out of here, and you can really hear that airflow. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
Uneasy,
Yo, you could fake the fuck out of like really good YouTube horror videos if you and your friend went down here, did this video, but your friend just acted like he didn't know you and like was like really disheveled, covered in dirt or something.
Jacob turned back toward
And then you shine the flashlight and he's just standing there.
the entrance, but on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here.
What the fuck is this? This really does look like a fucking, like, AI-generated back rooms, dude. This is really an abandoned cave. This is so creepy. Like, this is out of a walk-through horror game. Oh my God, is there somebody standing there?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Inside, steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was
Oh, I'm thinking, like, it looks like there's a tube, like somebody's
enough
holding
for
it.
Jacob. Realizing he was not alone, he immediately left the mine and never looked back. To this day, he still has no explanation for what happened in that tunnel. It remains an unsolved mystery.
I like that so much more. I like the like, ooh, that's spooky. What was that? Versus Bob couldn't fit through the tunnel. He almost fucking drowned.
This unsettling 30-minute video was filmed by a man named Daniel, who entered a cave with 2 of his friends despite having no proper caving experience or equipment. Only a few minutes after going
they've never been in a cave before.
Underground, they got
Awesome.
lost, as anyone would expect. While searching for a way out, Daniel discovered a small chamber crawling with massive spiders.
Oh! I'm not scared of spiders, but there's a shitload of them.
Where?
Okay, spiders, don't touch me and I won't touch you.
And to make things even worse, one of his friends nearly became stuck between the cave walls. At first, the group tried to stay calm and act as if everything was under control. But as the video goes on, the tension rises and panic slowly begins to take over. Fortunately, after a terrifying struggle in the darkness, all 3 of them eventually managed to find their way out unharmed.
That one wasn't that bad. I think if you're like, if you have like arachnophobia, that'd be really rough. At least, no matter how bad and tough it gets, at least you're not in a cave. Cave divers, when they have a 500K house, loving wife, 3 adorable kids, and the cave is named "Do Not Go In There, You'll Die" in the worst way possible. Oh my God. The internet's strangest workout fads.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come in and settle down because today we're going to be taking a look at the strange and weirdest workout classes. You know, those kind of classes. Everyone wants to be healthy, kind of. But dieting doesn't always cut it. Never does. Going to a traditional...
I think dieting is... Well, I know Papa Meat's joking to a degree. But I think working out is like fucking 5% or less for losing weight. I think you should work out so you maintain as much muscle as possible in dieting and also look better because you need to work out to gain muscle. But feeling healthy feels good, dude. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm saying the majority of that is just eating. But there's so many people that just think there's cheat codes. Yeah, there's this guy at every gym. Some old man that's out of shape that needs to feel like he felt in his 20s. So he just shows up, throws fucking 45s on the chest press and rips it. Doesn't even half rep it and just fucking gets up. Wears a weight belt the entire time.
Overwhelming to newcomers. But fear not! Throughout the years, many people have pushed the solution to this problem by thinking of new and unique methods of getting your butt in shape. Many of them are strange and questionable, but it's undeniable that they've managed to bring in loads of people who would otherwise remain on the couch.
Okay, that's impressive. How is he holding her with his mouth? Is that even possible? There's no way he's just biting down on a strap. There has to be like a hook in his mouth. I feel like that'd rip your teeth out, bro.
We're going to look through some of the bizarre workout programs to see if they're truly gimmicks or genuine breakthroughs in the world of fitness. Get off your ass and let's ride! God, Growing up, you or someone you know may have taken part in a wide variety of at-home...
Is that O.J. Simpson?
...workout tapes that used to be all the rage back in the day. While home fitness...
Dude, that used to churn money for people, too. Selling home DVDs. Now you could just watch free workout programs and stuff on YouTube. I don't understand that. Like, people that sell workout programs in modern day, it's just like a bad side hustle. I know it sells in part, but I also think from a consumerism standpoint, why would you ever pay like $50 for somebody to teach you how to work out? Not in a physical sense. It's different if you're getting a personal trainer that's also motivating you and crafting something specifically for you versus you just buying like some shit from an Olympian. Like a fucking Mr. Olympia that's just selling a $50 fucking workout program. You're really out of shape, never lifted a day in your life, and he's just throwing some shit on you. Yeah, you're going to have to do a fucking pyramid set on the hack squat machine. It's going to be 15 sets. Good luck. Buns of steel. It's called fucking getting the quads up, man. This is the Quadzilla workout. You've never worked out a day in your life, just ripping the Quadzilla lift. You're going to be in a wheelchair after today.
Tybo, remember Tybo? Geese! Provided fairly standard workout routines, there were many that tried to target different corners of the market. Chair dancing fitness, for example, would teach workouts you could perform while sitting stationary in a chair, sometimes while holding 2 plates that you could clap together. The big ones I remember back in the day were my mom did
And that's so lame! I feel like the most common one that I saw when I was younger is yoga. Like, I vividly remember hearing and seeing all the people, like, I feel like all Gen X, like, moms did yoga. Like, when I was younger, like on a fucking VCR tape. All right, now we're getting into the downward dog. My mom did yoga. Dude, I feel like so many people did yoga. Yoga, Zumba, shit like that. What is yoga? It's like, you have to hold random positions that, like, work out parts of your body. It increases flexibility, stamina, and I guess, like, muscle strength.
Come on, you working? That kind of thing.
It's also like a weird form of meditation. Or not weird. It's a form of meditation.
Good. And then there was P90X.
Show us some yoga. Yeah, you just want me to bend over, bitch.
P90X was fucking huge. And then there was one more.
Was it the gay guy?
No, that's Richard Simmons. Yeah, he's the thing. You're beautiful, and then whatever. There used to be one. It used to be like two, the duo. But P90X was the that one kicked my ass. That kind of thing. Being 14 and saying that. Oh God. Some workout tapes focus on very specific types of workouts, like body flexes, aerobic breathing courses, where instructors would squat down and aggressively breathe out as if they just survived a potential drowning.
Lips together. It comes.
Somebody paid for this, by the way. They bought a CD or a VCR tape of this shit.
Lips together.
$30. Hi, my name's blank and blank, and I'm going to teach you breathing exercises. Now, that's really going to expand your diaphragm and let more air into your lungs. You're going to be much more efficient when it comes to working out when you do this. So every time you're at the gym, just make sure...
It comes from down here.
He's just like hyperventilated breathing. People are going to think you're dying if you do that in public.
Some people need a little bit of extra motivation to get them moving. For them, they would turn to the strange selection of erotic home workouts.
Do people do this anymore in 2025? I think now it's a lot also, what the fuck? I think now it's a lot different. Like, nobody really sells these types of classes. I think there's a lot of weirder dieting things where people are like, yeah, you need to just eat raw meat. You have to just drink your own piss. Drink your own piss. It makes a man of steel. Like some fucking insane shit. Lick the slime off worms. That'll fucking harden your gullet. Go steal bird eggs from your local tree. It's better for you. Yeah, there's like Liver King shit now. Then it was just workout programs, but it was like alternative stuff. Now it's gotten really, really into weird shit. There still is stuff that exists like that now, but I think it's more IRL classes of like those trampoline workouts or where they wear those like bungee shoes. You know what I'm talking about? It's literally like the equivalent of like adult moon shoes. And I have them. And they'll stand there and they'll be like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And they're all smiling. And it just feels like you're in a liminal space with people that aren't fucking, like, there.
Love those. Put their pelvis up, and they're all wearing the one-piece thing. Doing the humps. You ever see that Jamie Lee Curtis? I forgot what movie.
I would take a stripping pole class. I've said I wanted to do that. I think that'd be a good workout, and I think it'd be really funny. And I could vlog it. I would do like a stripper pole class. What? Dude, other creators have done it where you do, like, I learned how to, like, like one leg spin around a pole. I feel like that'd be badass. Build your legs. Yeah, it helped my inner thighs.
Maybe it is. Jamie.
Then maybe I'd be able to squeeze a watermelon.
Curtis and John Travolta.
Please! Please! I'll schedule it right now, Joe. Do it.
From that workout class at the beginning. Gotta show that clip, it's good. Linnea Quigley was known as a popular model and Hollywood scream queen in the 80s and 90s, and her breakout role from Return of the Living Dead, remember that? Showed her tits. It's It's awesome. First off, that movie might be one of the best zombie movies of all time, but yeah, she did a bunch of workout stuff, horror workout tapes. It was sick. To capitalize off her popularity in horror
workout tapes,
she starred in Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout, a campy workout video mixed with cheesy horror movie stuff. It features a nude shower scene, erotic stretches, and aerobic exercises alongside a cast of zombies and other models. It's pretty sick, I'll be honest.
But do you think people are actually working out alongside of this? I feel like people would just be like gooning to it.
So you're hard. The thought process is you're hard while you're working out.
I think that you start hard, but then after a while you're like, oh, I'm like, this is actually working. Or maybe you just watch and you just beat your, I don't know. Well, that's the whole thing they say is like you put up sexy pictures of women in your workout area and it like makes you work harder. That's what they say.
Is that why Arnold had like really buff?
What? That's what they say. Who says that? I have never been to a gym that just has like erotic pictures of women on the walls to like motivate me to work out. I will say, I think being at a gym makes you work out harder than a home gym. Working out at a home gym or like a hotel gym is the most fucking lame workout you'll ever have. Working out at like a semi-packed gym with other people that are like, they're not paying attention to you, but it just motivates you more to like try harder.
Arnold's not gay. Maybe he is gay. I don't know. You're beautiful. Come here.
Especially if a guy's repping the same thing as you. You're like, oh, now I gotta outshow him. I see that guy's curling 35s right there. Let me just pick up the 40s. Start repping him. Then you see that one high schooler that shows up. That was me. But now I see other guys that do it. And now I'm like, wow, that was me. And it's so cringe. 14. Mosey on over. It's like their first time at the gym. They just fucking the 45s. Just start fucking ripping them. I'm like, there are teenagers that could do that, but not like your first time working out. You know what I mean? Because there's times where I'm not as strong as I was in high school. Like senior year in high school, I was actually stronger than I am now in terms of what I could lift because I would work out more and I ate more. But like freshman year me would curl the same weight that I curl now. And I look back at it and I was like, damn, how did I lift that then? And then I remember that I would just fucking cheat lift, like everything. Like I would bounce a bar off my chest. I wouldn't actually like work out.
There's also prancer-size, an awkward.
Oh my fucking God. I don't like this one. Where they attach ankle weights and just run around like a horse in a field.
Routine created by Joanne Rohrback that simply involves going out in an open pasture and skipping while waving your arms. The whole idea is that you are supposed to mimic the movements of a horse to elicit a feeling of freedom. Additionally, to get the maximum results, you must mimic the horse's diet as well by going vegan and eating nothing but grass. I added that last part, but still you could. If you ate nothing but grass, I think if you ate nothing but grass, it'd kill you. I think it would like clot in your.
Why do people need such weird, innovative ways to work out? Just fucking go on a walk. Just go on a walk. Go to the gym. Do the elliptical. Do the Stairmaster, right? Like you jog. You know, can't jog, go for a swim. Can't go for a swim, go for a bike ride. Can't go for a bike ride. I don't know. Calisthenics, you know, maybe buy 3-pound weights.
You could digest it.
Find something heavy in your house. Pick it up, put it down. Now do that 150 more times. A lot of the time working out isn't meant to be fun. And that's the brutal truth, right? I work out 5 to 6 days a week. Half of the time, I don't want to go to the gym.
Preach a spiritual.
I would rather do nothing.
Connection to nature and to distance yourself from monotonous routine of industrial gyms. The creator of Prancer-Size created the workout in 2012 and created a workout video.
Like I have genuinely dreaded leg day since the start. If I've done 1,000 leg days, I think I've looked forward to 5 of them. But I do it because it's like, I got to do it. You know, if you don't do it, then, you know, you're kind of caving on your own, you know, promise to yourself.
To show off her technique, the video went viral for its ridiculousness, which landed her on the news, making the exercise even more popular. Would you do that? So far out of all of them, which one would you do? I'm doing the horror one, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna
Get
say.
a big titty.
The horror one? What were the other ones? I think I could do like any of the videotape ones pretty easily.
I want to get hard while I'm doing jumping jacks.
Flop it up and down. Boing, boing. This video is sponsored by Express.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Bad Dragon.
At-home workouts are not just a thing of the past. They have evolved into something completely different for the modern consumer. Naughty Girl Fitness is a YouTube channel that offers viewers a very unique workout experience.
The following movement experience might result in you looking sexy AF and connecting to your inner badass bitch. Work out at your own risk. We are not responsible for injuries. Please refer to our terms and conditions for liability waivers.
Each video usually has a skit or theme that plays into the type of workout
Which is dry hump in the air.
You'll be doing. The pop that ass workout involves a lot of core workout and twerking, while the couch potato killer workout has a lot more punching and kicking.
You give me boom and a crack and a boom and a crack. Come on, boom. Yes, scare.
I just couldn't do this. I couldn't follow along with this workout and feel good. You know? Give me a boom and a punch and a boom and a punch. I'd be like cringing at myself.
A crack. Come on, boom. Yes, scare hoes. Bring it back, bring it back. Scare hoes. Bring it back, bring it back. What's going on? No, seriously. No, I'm serious. What is going on? What's going on? Oh my God, no, Jazzy, I'm seriously scared.
No, stop.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm not playing.
These self-proclaimed spicy workouts have gained a lot of traction recently and now get thousands of views as people look to get fit through their computer screens, which makes sense. That's like,
I just don't think the way you get fit is through doing TikTok dances. You could look to get fit through your computer screen, but like that's just like calisthenic shit. Like you could literally like go work out. You just need like a steel bar or a tree branch. Fucking work out. Push-ups, sit-ups, body squats, individual leg squats, running.
modern TikTok stuff. You know what I've been seeing a lot too? A lot of these like at-home like treadmills, bikes and everything, they all have like virtual, like you're running on a trail. You watch the big screen. But that's like some of the workouts of like them like looking back to you.
Come on, you're almost there. Come on.
Collecting coins.
My life is like a video game. Yeah, that deal. In the modern age of fitness classes, it seems that people will do just about anything.
I think you don't need a video game for that shit either, too. Like, if I ever go on a run, I give myself something in the distance that I need to pass before I could slow down. And then if I pass it and I don't feel like utter shit, I will then give myself another, like, mailbox or tree that I need to reach, like, 200 meters away. I feel like you just have to consistently do that over and over again, and then it just gets easy.
Anything before they pick up a weight. Not me, dude. I'm ripped. I'm swole as shit.
People noticed on Reddit. Gee. Ooh. Put those guns away, man. Oh.
I do wonder what Papa Me could bench press.
You could crush a watermelon.
Kangaroo jumping is a new wave of exercise.
215? I would guess 3, bro. I think Papa Me could bench 3 plates each side.
That has been sweeping.
Oh my God! Oh my God! This is what I was talking about earlier.
The nation. It essentially involves putting on modified moon boots and jumping around. All right, that's what it is. But it's still cool. Workouts vary from rapid jumping or jumping to the beat of a song or kicking your legs up super high. One more time, we're gonna.
Bro, Howie Mandel is just fucking collecting achievements, dude, on Steam. Why is he on everything? He's on the Kai Cenat Mafiathon. He's on America's Got Talent. He's on Deal or No Deal. He's on the news. He's on random YouTubers' videos.
If it feels as embarrassing as it looks, you may want to sit this one out because many classes take place in public parks or parking lots. It's grown into an international phenomenon and even went viral online for a series of parking lot kangaroo class videos featured an instructor adorned in a wolf mask alongside wolf-themed music.
Right outside the liquor store. I'm walking outside. I just rip a fucking sidewalk slammer. I just buy a fucking 40-ounce fucking Colt 45. Just sit outside with a paper bag. Just be like, yeah, this workout's ass.
What really draws people in are supposed benefits, which include the claim that kangaroo jumps reduce running injuries, making it easier for people to do cardio. While studies show that it aids in reducing injuries in novice runners, there are no long-term studies confirming it has any actual impact on reducing injuries as a whole. A workout that does have some proven benefits, however.
Yo, you playing the drums on a yoga ball, that's how you know you've missed the plot, right? I just gotta say that. If I'm at the gym and I have signed up for a course class and I see there's a trash can with a fucking yoga ball and they hand me drumsticks, I've lost it, okay? I don't know what my life is anymore. That's where I would immediately dissociate in that moment. Like, what the hell are we doing? And there's somebody that literally planned an hour workout session of this. 10 sets of fucking jamming out.
The name might sound intense, but it's actually super simple. All you need is an exercise ball and 2 drumsticks. Classes
you are utterly burning no calories doing this. I hate to be that guy. If you want to do this for a fun social activity, that's fine. If you're planning on getting in shape and you pull up and they're handing you a yoga ball and 2 drumsticks, walk out of the fucking room and hit the treadmill.
Usually involve
you're not burning calories doing that.
People drumming to the beats of songs for long periods of time while dancing around the ball.
I can feel it. Come on, Jessica. You need the rhythm. It's doon, not doon. Okay? If you're gonna, I understand this is a workout session, but we all need to be on pace together. A lot of it's audio, okay? And I hear you fucking up the beat.
For those looking for a more intense workout, some instructors will have you plank or squat on the ball while drumming. It might seem ridiculous, but there are some studies that show the exercise has significant benefits for cardiovascular health, hand-eye coordination, and stress reduction. Cardio drumming is also a great option for kids and older people, as it's super simple and low intensity, easy on the joints, all that jazz. And as people start to turn out new ideas, as people start to run out of new ideas, modern fitness classes become increasingly absurd. Bungee fitness classes strap you into a harness so that you can jump, squat, and literally fly around the
Bro, but that's where I think we've missed it. And I know some people need it to be fun for it to be, like, I guess motivating. But I don't think working out is meant to be fun, right? At least the way I perceive it. When you're done working, the benefit of working out is looking better and feeling better, right? If you're going to a workout class and it's hard as shit, it's not fun. It sucks. They're screaming at you the whole time. When you're done, you get a runner's high. And you're calming down, your heart rate's lowering, and you feel fucking better. Like, I'm not going in to be like, yeah, I really just want to be able to talk to my friends and go on a bike. Like, at that point, just go on a walk.
Goddamn room. It's ridiculous. The class isn't as inclusive as people who are too overweight cannot join the...
You can't hate it, though. Some people won't do it. I get that. But, like, then it's not even really like this is getting them in shape. It's more the primary benefit is, like, money, right? This is getting people to sign up for a gym membership and classes versus actually getting in better shape. And yes, it introduces them to the gym world, but it's like, if this is all they're doing it, because there is a heavy difference, but if you've ever been to a gym, there's a heavy difference between people that work out at a gym and have a gym membership and people that take gym classes. Every gym I've ever been to, the second the class is over, everyone leaves. They show up and stand in front of the fucking class and wait for the class to start. The second the class is over, they leave. They don't work out before, they don't work out after, right? So whatever they're getting there is all they're getting. So if instead of actually having them work out and you're making them have fun, like, yeah, they're burning 100 calories, that's fucking 4 Oreos, bro. They're going to go home and gain that right back. Like, they're not actually getting any substantial, meaning out of this.
Class due to the potential safety risk. Fall on the goddamn ground like a sack of bricks. Many classes list the weight limit as 240 pounds, with some allowing 300-pound participants. The more weight, the higher potential for damage being done to the structural integrity of the building. One class even apologized
structural integrity of the building
to people who were too big to join, explaining that they had consulted engineers about reinforcing the building, but were told it wasn't possible. That would be in that category. Oh, okay.
Do you think that was just instructors telling people they couldn't? Just like, sorry, we had engineers come out, we can't.
Yeah, an engineer, a guy who built the building, said that the building will literally break. It'll cause the building to break. Me and all these petite people, we're gonna jump around for a bit. You can watch, but don't move. Dear God, don't move. Despite that, it's still super popular and has a long list of benefits, including building muscle, improving posture, better balance, and weight loss. Sometimes it's good to step back and separate yourself from all the insanity of some workout classes and go back to the classic, like yoga. As you can imagine, however, some people are not satisfied with just basic yoga classes. They can spice things up with
It's supposed to be like meditative. It's supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be stimulating, like mentally. I feel like it's something where you're like, hey, you're going to sit in this pose for 5 minutes. Why are we adding fucking farm animals into the... What?
Goat yoga. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yoga with goats. People claim that it's great for lowering stress and strengthening your core. There's also goats in the room. What they don't tell you is that the major risk of being in the close proximity of a farm animal is people regularly get peed and pooped on.
Oh my God.
Which has led to having some asthma attacks or even vomiting. There's also a goat in the room. Not to mention...
Starts pissing on your back. I mean, that, like, yeah, that's really going to make me want to come back to the goat yoga set.
Goats are extremely stubborn and will...
When the goat starts fucking dry humping my back and starts pooping on me.
Bite, ram, and climb all over you, leaving bruises and cuts from their hooves. The craze was super popular roughly 10 years ago and has been going strong since then, with multiple ranches being...
Surely there's got to...
built for the...
Bro, why is that one's butthole so out? There's surely gotta be a better animal for yoga. What's like a better animal for yoga than a goat? Like a capybara? I feel like that's hard to obtain. Cats? No, they wouldn't even, like, maybe a dog. I feel like a dog. Like, get, like, specially trained dogs and then do yoga with them. I feel like cats would be bad. They wouldn't want to be... maybe if they were really friendly cats.
Sole purpose of goat yoga.
And just want to, like, jump on people.
There's also a goat there.
Do you think the instructor's a goat, too?
I would be pissed if not. I walked into class and there wasn't a goat with a little head.
Alligator yoga? Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we change the yoga? See, this is what I would rather have. We're going to do a yoga class, right?